I'm just saying, why would somebody buy you a motorcycle? It's not like you're
to ride.
Stop saying that.
Yeah, but you don't even do you.
You're gonna be there when they arrive.
When you sit on it?
Right.
Hey.
No, Rory and Mal.
Welcome to another
23andMe.
episode of New Rory and Mal show. I'm Mal. That's Rory.
You don't know that.
Yeah, who are you today?
Sharon Stone.
Okay,
That
Sharon.
was. Were you dreaming about her? Like that was.
I don't know where that
random.
came from.
Yeah, that was very
I'm
particular.
in a weird mood.
She was such a hottie in the fucking 90s.
Why'd you say the 90s like that?
She was. Sharon Stone was like the go-to. Like
Who?
The
sexy.
Who
go-to?
was your
You ran
guys'
you ran
go-to-
through some lotion
your
on
go-
Sharon?
No.
Your go-to white woman crush
Go to white woman crush.
Right now?
in the 90s.
Oh, Sharon Stone. Sharon Stone,
Was Pamela Anderson anything you guys were
of course,
interested in?
Pamela
Yeah, I like
Anderson,
Pam.
absolutely. Carmen Electra.
Carmen Electra? Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was the one.
Yeah.
Carmen Electra was definitely
Jenny
one.
McCarthy. In the 90s, right?
I mean, I was self-hating even in the 90s. So, like, I like chili.
Today? Oh, who didn't like chili? Today, Margot Robbie. Robbie?
Margot Robbie is that's my go-to white woman
Oh
too.
my God.
That-
She's married, so
I mean, I like
not
fight you over her.
gonna have a
She
Kevin
is?
Gates moment. Like, no disrespect. Like,
I didn't know she was married.
I
I
like
think she's
I like the pop stars. Like I liked Britney Spears. I thought she was
Oh, yeah.
attractive.
for sure.
Christina Aguilera I thought was attractive.
Yeah.
Y'all know who Florence Poe is?
No.
Who?
Florence Poe?
Florence Poe? Who's that?
City in
Okay.
Italy.
Yeah, that works too.
Yeah, I don't know who that
That'd
is.
be-
Are you gonna tell us who that is, or
Yeah,
just
like,
or you just
I mean,
asking us if we
uh,
know like New York?
I think she was in
homie?
Handmaid's Tales, Black Widow, and
Wait, is she the lead in?
Midsummer.
Oh my
Handmaid's
God,
Tale?
no! In Black Widow, she was fine.
yeah, a little
She
small
was
one.
fine in Black Widow. I know who you're talking about.
Whoever the lead is, she's a talented actress.
You're
And
talking about Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, yeah,
Scarlett Johansson isn't the lead in Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I thought you were talking about Black Widow.
No. What's Shorty's name in Handmaid's Tale?
Hold on one second.
You
That
think
has
she's
now become
attractive?
reality. No, I don't think she's attractive. I just think she's a good actress. And then I've tried to watch Handmaid's Tale, and she just makes the same facial reaction the entire.
Elizabeth
The
Moss.
one you have on your face right now?
Does she that? Yes. Does she get a script for that show, or they're just look like this all the time?
This one?
Her?
This is who you're talking about?
Yes.
Oh, that's
And
Elizabeth
she's in
Moss.
other shit, and she's good. So I'm like, why are they not utilizing?
But I think she's good at Handmaid's Tale. She just does have that very
She's
stupid
good at this.
face. She has a very stupid face. I hate
What
that
is
face.
What she does in the show?
But that's just her face.
She doesn't say a word.
I hate Rory.
Oh, man.
So
Speaking
somebody-
of self-hatred, politics, and Handmaid's Tale, somebody
we
on
go.
Twitter said, because you saw that Jack Harlow was like bigging up black women, and that was like the headline. And someone said,
He was bigging up black women?
"It's just like they'll always have a supporter in him."
Oh, he trying to push some more sales.
Somebody said they're marketing him like a Democratic candidate.
Like Joe Biden? That's all he did.
Joe Harlow.
Wayne got Kamala.
Jack White.
Knew he was going to get the black woman vote then. Wayne got Kamala as his running mate. He knew the black woman vote was secured and said you're not black if you don't vote for him.
Listen,
People was like, well, I got to be black. I got to go vote for him. I know.
Joe defined your blackness.
Yeah, like just... whatever.
Well, shit. Should we quickly get into that?
Jack Harlow's bullshit?
No, not Jack Harlow's bullshit.
Oh.
If Jack Harlow loves black women, that's amazing.
And I'm sure he does.
Man,
I'm sure he
get
does.
the fuck.
It's hard not to love black women.
You don't think Jack Harlow likes black women?
That's not what I said.
He also has a KFC meal.
Why do you have a media run to tell everybody that you like black women?
I don't know if you've
So that
seen the
you get-
media.
Because black women support hip hop music more than any other
Exactly.
Gender.
So you're not
True.
saying that out of genuine love.
any
It's
other
a fucking
genre
Okay.
of
ploy.
people, any other
What? How do you know it's not genuine?
demographic of people.
Why can't the marketing and the truth
All I'm
coincide? 'Cause
saying
that
is-
a lot of his.
You don't know
his
Jack.
demographic is black women that like Jack. They put him on.
Of course
He
they
can't
do.
love the people that put him on.
Listen,
Demaris, you don't like
Demaris
Jack
was on
Harlow?
here going Google Gaga over him in his fucking
Right.
Vogue magazine, GQ, whatever
yeah,
that was.
she was
Fred.
going nuts. Look
It's
at
like,
the curls.
look at the arms.
Look
I
at
did
the
that to make you
shoulders.
uncomfortable.
To make me
And
uncomfortable?
I,
I was
like Jack
uncomfortable.
Harlow.
I was
like
uncomfortable
Jack
with the
Harlow for what
pictures.
he's worth. I like Jack Harlow. I do.
So
But
he's
I don't.
talented.
I'm not.
He likes you too.
Go to hell.
Apparently.
That is true.
He's willing to serve you a 2-piece with a biscuit as well.
Hey,
Did
yo.
you see the Jack Harlow meal at KFC? You didn't see that?
Well, he's from Kentucky, so I guess
fair.
I guess it's okay.
It's not.
The Colonel's white.
It's never okay. He's not the Colonel.
Now he is.
He's a fucking
He's Colonel
rapper.
Jack.
Colonel Jack.
He's not the fucking Colonel. He probably can't even make fried chicken. I'm willing to bet Jack Harlow can't cook fried chicken.
That's why he was saying that he loved black women.
Exactly. Have a black woman come cook you some fried chicken, please.
Kim Kardashian can.
So how long do y'all think it'll be before he has his?
Y'all don't remember that?
Yes,
yeah,
I
I
do.
saw that shit. How long do you think it'll be before he has his staged celebrity relationship with a black woman? Do y'all give it a year?
Not that long.
And who do you think is gonna be?
Yeah, I say November of this year.
I see. If you think that Jack Harlow won't have a black girlfriend by Thanksgiving this year,
Well, it's gonna be the high profile one.
What if it was Lori Harvey?
I could.
No.
I'm telling y'all right now, if
Lori
Lori Harvey dates Jack Harlow, I am no longer recording the podcast.
What? Because that's our deciding factor
Y'all not gonna
to break our
because
contract.
y'all not gonna let me get my shit off. Y'all not gonna let me get my shit off.
Well, get it off.
No.
Get it off.
It didn't happen, so it's hypothetical. You can't get blamed for a
Because
hypothetical.
once I push that button, we can't go back. I'm letting you know right now.
Wait, I wanna know the button.
We're gonna upload independently after that rant. I go on. I'm letting y'all know right now.
Just more.
We're losing a deal. We're losing every fucking thing. There's no more ads. We're losing everything. If Lori Harvey gets with Jack Harlow, we are losing everything.
Well, Lori, for my bills and my livelihood.
Please
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Please, I mean, just come on, man. Just like, no, not Lori. If Lori, first of all, I said
But
years
why?
ago, Lori Harvey's the realest nigga in the game. I said that years ago.
That is true. I do remember
Years
you said
ago, I said that. I saw it. I said, this little young harlot right here, she gonna
Wait.
run through the industry
that.
like
She
a fucking...
future.
She's gonna run through the industry like a fucking tornado. She's gonna leave a fucking trail of just broken hearts and men everywhere.
Oof.
Sad lyrics.
You know, and she just going, years later, she gonna get married and look back and be like, yeah, it was in my 20s. I was having fun.
But if it was Jack,
No, she can't give
She
Jack.
ain't gonna go to no.
Jack
she ain't
Harlow,
gonna-
and I'm not no hater, but she's Jack Harlow. Lori Harvey better not give Jack
Did
Harlow.
Jack-
He,
fuck one of your
he's very
bitches?
popular.
No, I
You
don't.
don't seem
I
to
would
like
hope
him.
not.
I'm
I
sure.
like Jack
I'm sure
Harlow.
Jack fucked one of my bitches.
I like Jack Harlow.
I'm almost certain that he's fucked one of my bitches.
I like Jack Harlow a lot. I really do.
This
I fuck with him.
We're a Jack supporting
Yeah, no, I
podcast.
fuck with Jack Harlow. I just think that I was kind of disappointed in this album, even though he had a good album, a better album than a lot of other rappers. I ain't gonna say no names, but
Ooh.
he
Well, you're not a black woman.
he just
Wasn't for you.
I just felt like it was too much. It was too Drakey. It was too Drakey. I love the record with him and Justin Timberlake. I love the record with him and Wayne, but I feel like that was a Drake record. Drake's used that same sample before in fucking what was Lauryn Hill Draft Day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, Drake has been around
He has a record with Drake.
for so long. Yeah, on a very Drake beat.
Yeah, on a very Drake album.
Yeah, but Drake has been around for so long that it's no longer like his peers trying to sound like him. It's his kids, and I mean that respectfully.
Yeah, we're gonna start seeing the Drake babies come out.
They're here. We've seen a lot of them.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's different than like when Drake was coming out, and then we heard artists at the same time they were in music as Drake trying to sound like him, and it was like, oh, come on, that's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
I don't. With the kids are gonna happen.
Yeah.
There's Hove kids, there's Nas kids, there's kids,
Mhm.
and we like them. So I can't do that to the Drake kids.
No. I like I know that Drake has an influence on a lot of these artists that are up and coming, a lot of these artists that we're gonna start hearing. Of course, Drake he's probably the biggest artist of his generation.
Is
So
he,
naturally he's gonna have an influence on the next wave for sure.
is he the Benjamin Button of hip hop?
Drake?
All right, hear me out.
I'm here. I'm listening.
I'm rolling them.
On comeback season, he looked about 45 years old. Now he looks 26.
Well, that's what happens when you working out, you're eating better.
The oldest he looks on all his album covers is his first one. Comeback season, he looked like a soccer dad in autumn.
Was it because of the no facial hair, you think?
Maybe he was very
And
old.
it's
in the
weird that
face.
facial hair makes him look younger. Because usually facial hair makes you look older.
And he put the braids. Braids make you look younger.
Yeah.
Because Allen
Give you some
Iverson
youth.
still looks 25.
Yeah. I mean, I think money and
Lotion.
a
Better
different
lotion.
luxurious lifestyle makes
Yeah.
you look youthful.
Did you guys see that video that went viral of him and the girl that he saw out at the Detroit bar? There was a young lady at a Detroit
Oh
bar.
yes, I
chilling,
saw some of
drinking.
that. Yes, and they
I
ordered.
love that. I loved
happened?
her energy because
Well, Drake saw a girl at the airport at one of the bars, and I guess he just saw maybe a group of women sitting at the bar and just
Wow.
decided
they
it
were
was
like,
Drake
yeah, they
time.
were like,
Drake
"Well,
has
come
a
have
plane.
drink with
Why
us."
is he at
I don't think it was an airport mall.
The airport
I
bar.
believe it was the airport.
Really?
Yeah, I believe
Oh.
it was
Why
the
is he at Hudson News when you own a plane?
No, he wasn't at Hudson News. This was a full bar,
He was at Wolfgang Puck.
something like that, probably in the airport. And
It was like dead middle of the day, like early. Like there was almost nobody in there.
Mm.
And the girl was like, "Drake, come take shots with us." And he was like, she was like, "What you drink, tequila?" He said, "Yeah." She was like, "Casamigos?" He said, "No, 42." She was like, "Oh, excuse me." And like, they just had like a regular. It was nice. I brought that up to say it was nice seeing a celebrity not be fawned over and just like he had a regular drink.
well, it also when you by now Drake knows the group of women that he can approach and be just like that with. It's certain ones that have an energy where you like they're not gonna go crazy if I go over there and start talking to them and just kick it with them, have a drink. Then the group that it's like, all right, if I go over there, they're gonna go crazy. They that's usually the younger
girls.
the younger girls.
Do you think
Older
Drake would
women,
approach
Or
Demaris?
Detroit women versus Miami women.
yeah,
There you go.
exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like Demaris would
Or
freak
women
out.
that move to Miami. I'm not going to put it on
Excuse me?
Miami girls.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I think you would freak out if you saw Drake.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I
You
bet
don't
it.
know me that well. No,
Demaris
I
would
don't
freak
think
out.
so.
no, not at all, baby.
Definitely.
I did exactly what she did. Actually, less
Do you
I wouldn't
think-
have said anything to him.
Do you think she'd go full Logan Paul the way you did, or
Ooh.
I'd hope so. Hand
you
in
think
chest
she put her
and
hand over
everything.
her chest? Trizzy.
I did not say Logan Paul's name
That
like
was
that.
definitely-
Is that the
Eddin.
boy?
First
First of all, let me tell you how Maul tried to tell me that the boy stands for Baller of the Year.
it does.
No, it doesn't.
More
Does it?
facts.
What do you
Never
think
did
the
know
boy
that.
stands for? He's a
I thought he was
30-something-year-old
saying-
man. You think he thinks he's a boy?
He's the man.
Well, he came up with the term, I believe, when he was still a boy. So it just like Lil
You-
Wayne is not Lil anymore, but he's still Lil
Lil
Wayne.
Wayne. I
Do
think
people,
you came
do people
up with
still
Baller
call
of the-
him Little Wayne though?
Call him
Or
Wayne.
just Wayne?
But like on Apple Music,
well, yeah,
I'm sorry, on Sirius Satellite Radio,
Yes.
it'll say Lil Wayne.
on Stitcher. on more sauce.
Yeah,
On more sauce.
on,
it says
on Howard
Lil
Stern
Wayne.
show, it'll say Lil Wayne.
Yeah, please get it right, Rory. Okay.
What the fuck was I
Yeah.
gonna say? The first time we did like a half kind of Palooza in Toronto, like in 2012 or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like somewhat of a line. And people were trying, it was still invite only at that time, and people were trying to get in. And this guy and this girl came up. And the guy got like kind of closer to us and was like, "Yo, we not on the list or nothing, but this is the boy's ex." I was like, "Come again?" Because I don't even think I had heard the term "the boy" yet. I don't think Drake was saying it like that. He's like, "This is the boy's ex." I'm like, "All right,
Mm-hmm.
cool."
Did he say that because he didn't want her over there?
No, that was his way to get into the party.
Oh, okay. Times have changed.
Just I don't know.
Times have
Maybe
changed.
I'm the only one that found that one of the weirdest things I'd ever heard for someone to try to get into a party.
To use a girl's name?
She once had sex with Drake.
Mm-hmm.
We're good, right? Straight to the front. I'm sorry, what? Oh, straight to the front.
But see, yes, men shouldn't try to get into parties, but women do that all the time.
Yeah, but a man said it, and he was with the girl, who looked like he was probably talking to her.
Wait. He was with the girl?
Yes, it was the two of them.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
Very weird.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I don't like that.
The boy is a chokehold in that city.
This is the boy's ex. That's so
The
embarrassing.
six is fucking.
People don't get embarrassed when they do stuff like that, especially like even name dropping. Like gives me like the chills, the EBGBs. Like, why do people do that?
Well, because the one thing that people want these days more than anything is access. And people feel like if you're attached to someone that has access, that's your like card to your access card. Is, I'm with this person, I know this person, I had sex with this person, whatever. So it's weird, it's awkward, it's not, because it's just not a natural, when you're doing something that's just like,
Unnatural. Yeah.
yeah, you can feel it. It's kind of like the awkward. You feel the awkward shit. So it's like it's just not using somebody's name to gain access into something. To me, it's just something that's just always been weird.
No one talks about the plight of the Z-list celebrity that doesn't like to go to the club, but sometimes has to go to the club.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about myself, of course,
Yeah, I know. Mhm.
because I know, not of course everyone knows who I am, but there's some people that do.
Mhm.
I'm not going to a club to wait in line.
Mhm.
So I'm going to go to the front And I'm gonna hope
It's
for the
a
first time. The only time I hope when someone knows me is when I can get access to something. Like TSA.
Yeah.
Every time I walk up, I'm always like, all right, I hope to God this fucking bouncer knows. I try to give the familiar face. Maybe talk a little bit. Maybe you'll recognize my voice. Because here's the thing.
Close your eyes and
Here's
listen.
the
You'll
thing.
know who I am.
If he said,
Tell the bouncer, hey, close your eyes and
hey,
just
put
listen
your
to me.
AirPods in, sir.
Close your eyes, listen to me. You know who I am now?
No, I'm no.
and that's also why I make sure I ask anyone that invites me to the club, yo, we're good to just walk right in, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because if I walk to the front and they don't know who I am, I'm fine with that. I don't think I'm entitled. I don't think you should know me. I'm just not going to the back of the line. I'm going to go home.
Yeah, somebody that's at the party, running the door. I know somebody here.
Yeah.
Like that. But that's been years. Like I was paying bouncers to skip the line years ago.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
since I was like 21 years old. I
Yeah.
was doing that. Like shake the bouncer's hand, put a 50 or 100 in. Fam, I'm not doing this line.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to get in. My people's already in there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not waiting on this line though. But that's something that, I don't, because the line thing, when they have people on those lines to make the club look like it's
Of course, they're
more
advertisements.
popping. Yeah, and it's like, I know that game. I'm not a part of that game.
People that pay cover charge don't know they're advertisement.
Absolutely.
But that is a fear of mine if I ever do become like an M-list celebrity, that I won't get into the club and then I'll end up on Too Cool to Blog from a cell phone camera. Like, look at bum ass Rory can't get into highlight room, standing out here all by himself like a fucking loser.
But you know why that doesn't matter to me? Because where do
either.
you need to go where you need to get in that you're not already knowing that you're going to get in as soon as you get there?
I don't go anywhere anymore unless it's
Yeah, like,
but there was a large time when I was going out more actively where like plans would change. Be like, yo, we're going here. And I'd be with people like, oh, fuck. Who can I text?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know anyone there. Hope to God this fucking bouncer.
Damn, you don't know any promoters?
No, God.
I don't know any promoters in New York.
I don't
maybe
know
know
promoters
two.
anymore either.
Maybe two. But other than that, I don't know. I don't even know what clubs.
Yeah, as long as you guys
I'm
are with
trying to
me,
think
you guys can get into the stumbling.
That is true.
Thank
you
you.
know,
Eddin.
I think about it?
Hopefully we can get into the stumbling.
All the promoters I know got old and have like kids and shit.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, that shit is done.
Yeah, my favorite bottle girls are all moms now.
Well, they were moms and they were bottle girls too.
Yeah.
That's why they became bottle girls.
They just decided to be in their lives more now.
Tips wasn't hitting.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I have a question for you guys. How would, specifically Mal,
Yes.
how would you feel if a grown man bought you a motorcycle?
What?
He wants you to ride them.
Why would a grown man buy me a motorcycle?
So we could ride together.
Unless it's fucking unless it's Harley Davidson himself.
It's
or
it's a Ducati.
Is
A
it
Ducati 2022.
Is it Ducati himself buying it for me?
No,
It's just a random guy with money?
it's a friend that has money. Yes.
Oh, he likes you.
I think Rory wants to buy you a Ducati.
Who bought you a Ducati, Rory?
I'm not gonna say. I'll tell you guys off mic. I just want to know how I should feel about
Oh, someone got you a bike?
Yeah.
I don't know about a Ducati. man.
How close is the
You don't
friend?
even ride motorcycles.
I mean, I know how.
But
Okay.
you don't ride. You're not a rider. Like you don't.
Hey,
Not a rough rider.
No, you're not. So I'm just saying, why would somebody buy you a motorcycle? It's not like you're.
to ride.
stop saying that.
Yeah, but but you're not. You don't even. Do you?
You're
ride
gonna be
motorcycles?
there when they arrive.
When you sit on it?
You're-
Alright.
Hey,
I just had to make this immature when I was asking a serious question.
Okay, now I know who bought it.
It's like both ours.
oh, I get it. Hey, wait, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna share it with you because you're my man.
I'm cool. I'll walk.
You don't want to sit on the
You're
back?
like, yo, I'll walk.
I don't fuck with motorcycles.
Can the staff ride it?
Yo, what you asking this man on camera? What is wrong with you? Can the staff ride it? What's wrong? Yo, you all right?
It's an HR problem.
Yo, what's wrong with this man?
Eddin on a motorcycle would be kind of funny. I feel like.
What are you trying to say?
Nah, I don't fuck
Nothing,
with
just be
motorcycles.
funny.
I don't fuck with motorcycles.
I feel you.
Yeah, motorcycles just no.
Did you
I
say
think
thank
that's
you?
a very nice gift. I think that is nice of him, Rory. And please don't kill yourself in another country.
So here's the thing. My pops is a big motorcycle person. I've driven his, if you call it driven, rode his paws. Dirt bikes, I've done all that shit. I looked up that Ducati that was purchased. I am terrified of that fucking thing.
Yeah,
I don't
fuck with motorcycles.
That shit looks like a fucking spaceship. Like if you just hit the throttle once, you're going 80 miles an hour.
Yeah. No, I don't fuck with motorcycles.
Like
Never
that
did.
shit doesn't turn. You gotta like lean.
Never
Yikes.
did. Never fucked with bikes. Maybe a dirt bike, maybe. But
Dirt bikes
like
are
a
fun.
motorcycle. I like the
4-wheelers are
Four-wheelers,
safer.
yeah.
I like the mopeds, like the Vespas.
Mhm.
I'll do that. I thought about getting one of those just to move around the city a little bit, like
Fam,
block the
I
block
would
the
clown
If I,
you
saw, if I
forever.
saw you in a Vespa, I'd
Why
die.
not?
Holy
I'd
shit,
start
that would be
dying.
hysterical.
I think I'm gonna get one, honestly.
Just
But
you
like only to
smoking
move like right around, like when I'm uptown, like go to
I
like
get it. It's Pride Month. I
125th,
understand.
104th. But nah, just like instead of like always being in the car, it's like just block the block, go see the cousins, the homies. Like yo, pull up on the
On your Razor
on the
scooter.
moped. Yeah, why not?
Were you too old for Razor scooters or too cool?
I never liked the Razors.
Oh,
We used to
too
do the
cool.
ones. We used to do the scooters with the little gas tank on. Remember those?
Oh, of course, I had
Yeah,
one.
we did those. That was my
Cut
shit.
lawns to get one.
Yeah, that was my shit.
Took the governor out.
I never
what it's
liked once I got like older, maybe like the scooters, we did those when I was like before high school.
Mm.
But after high school, that's when you start fucking with more like
Like women.
dirt bikes,
Oh.
gas, like shit that needed fuel. Like that's when you upgraded to that type of shit.
Shit that
Alright.
needed fuel.
Yeah, like
Listen, with these gas prices, I'm going back to the Razor.
you might have to in a minute.
Or a mongoose. You guys weren't cool if you didn't have a mongoose.
I had a
With the
Mongoose bike.
pegs on the back.
Of course.
And the bad
Front-
bitches
front
on
and
the
back.
On the back.
Yeah. See but you had to survive the 90s uptown with that type of shit. Cause that's when niggas was getting robbed left and right for their bikes. You had a mongoose in the 90s in the Bronx?
You definitely fell for, hey, can I ride that for a second? Pause. We keep saying
Never.
that.
Never. That was the go-to. You're never seeing that bike
Ever
again,
again.
young man. That bike is fucking out of here.
You're
That
gonna-
bike is in Brooklyn now.
You're going to have to try to borrow it back.
Letting somebody
can I ride your bike?
That
Can I ride my former bike, please?
I saw that happen to people, and I'm just like, damn, he don't even know. He gonna sit here waiting for homie to come back. It's over. That fucking bike is gone.
Well, it takes one time to learn. Just like what size shoe are you? It only takes you one time to learn not to answer that question.
Somebody asked you that before?
Yeah. I knew they were trying to steal my fucking sneakers.
That's crazy. I never
They
experienced
snatched
that.
them off your feet?
What shoes did you have?
I ran.
With
my sneakers on.
Like, you know what?
Put
I
them
don't
shits
know,
to
but let me
use.
see. I don't know what size. Let me see how they work though.
Yeah. I showed them the product.
Now, let me try them out for you. I'll come back and let you know.
All right. So I shouldn't feel the way that another grown man bought me a motorcycle.
You should just say
No,
thank you.
especially
No, just be
that grown
careful, man. Because I don't feel like
You're going to be right there.
I don't feel like doing
You got to take me to the hospital.
I don't feel like doing a podcast by myself.
Yeah. I feel you.
And Ducatis are not. You can't play with those. You should know exactly what you're doing before you get on a motorcycle.
I'm going to see if they could put training wheels on it first.
Yeah.
Because, yeah,
And see if they could put something on the engine where it keeps it below like 35.
That shit looks like a sport, like
Yeah.
a crazy sports bike.
and where we're staying isn't like a straightaway.
No, it's like hills,
It's like hills and
bushes
bendy. Yeah. No,
It's
not
just
the
not-
Ducati.
it's
I can do
not-
that with a dirt bike with my eyes closed.
Yeah,
But
a dirt bike, yes.
Ducati, that's a different animal, bro.
That's a different machine.
But we did talk about going to like the actual racetrack that they have set up for them in California, which I would do because that's way fucking safer. Super wide turns, a lot of space. Like
Mhm.
I'd feel comfortable on the Ducati with that. But where we're gonna be, where they're getting delivered, nah, ship that shit back to Cali, bro.
You're getting
Yeah.
delivered? Holy
Also,
shit.
also the whole team is gonna have them.
Yeah, well, Maul's gonna have to ride on the back of mine, but like Eve.
Maul will be walking or running.
Yo, the
I'm not getting on a
Rough
fucking
Riders.
motorcycle.
I'm
Hell
glad
no.
Demaris found that as funny as I did.
It's fucking
And Maul just
hilarious.
ignored it, but
What did she say?
I called you Eve.
Anyway, I
Joe
was-
Biden, Jimmy Kimmel.
No, fuck Joe Biden. I was looking at something online and I'm seeing that Young Miami,
Karisha, please.
better known as Karisha, has a show. I believe it's going to be on Revolt.
Call Karisha, please.
It's called Karisha Please.
Do you want to play a clip from it?
Please.
Is that what you're doing?
Okay, we can play the clip. From this clip, okay, we'll play the clip first and then I'll.
So I just want to acknowledge, remember when we were talking about best group and I said the City Girls should be second runner up and Maul laughed at me and Rory.
Mhm.
And I said, because their social media exploits are fucking legendary in their generation.
Well, don't say I laughed because you
Well,
said
not
second
like
up.
that.
So give the list, and
Not
I
like
guarantee
that.
you, I could pick two groups that were above the city. I like the City
of
Girls.
course. But when referring to that, like I said that they needed their own show. I did say that.
Oh no, that I agree with 1,000%.
need
They
their
should
own
definitely have their own TV show. But we'll get into the clip.
So when you woke up and we was trending, what it was about?
I mean, it just.
So what we is? What you like about me? Like why you the city girl?
I understand this is like a trailer to get
ain't no
you to
hold
watch, which
Of course.
it's gonna
You
get me
like
to watch.
making
Of course.
I hope Puff actually answer those questions.
Are you a cheater? You can't think. You gotta just say it.
Wow. What?
Like I hope this isn't just good editing. I hope
I'm not laughing.
that Puff didn't media train those questions.
Yeah.
Imagine a
So,
girl
yeah.
asking you what are we on
I was about to say, just off the trailer.
not on national TV, but the TV station you own.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. It's an interesting
We own
dynamic.
that
These two are obviously dating, correct?
Is it obvious?
I mean, you
I
can see
think
the
it- I think they might have
twinkle in
been-
Puff's eye during the line of
I
questioning.
don't know.
I think they have butterflies for each other.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that they've spent some personal time together. That wasn't their first time.
I think when she say,
Pre-production.
I think that question when she asks him what we is, he gonna say,
Humans.
"We friends." What you mean? We
Oh.
friends? I feel like they're like doing all of this for the show.
Oh,
As
absolutely.
advertising
That's
for
what
the
that's
show.
what it's for. That's what it's for. You wanna market. You wanna cut up and edit. A good piece of video to get people to be like, oh shit, I gotta.
No, but
see.
I'm talking about even before that. I think the exploits of the stuff that they're doing. I think people started speculating that they were dating, and I think they took that and ran with it.
I mean, Puff lives in Miami, and
Oh,
she's
Puff
young.
lives everywhere.
She's young
Don't
Miami.
even ask me
Yeah.
how.
It would make sense. Like he's old Miami, she's young Miami. All right,
Listen,
never
either
mind.
way it goes, I'm gonna watch that. I just need to see how Puff held it down during that line of questioning.
This is how I react to stories I do not give a fuck about.
Yeah, I just
Try to make
I
terrible
thought
jokes.
I thought that was a because I thought that it was a known thing that they're dating.
Well, we're not all on the inside like you.
Oh no, I didn't get that from. I just got
You're
it from.
definitely an insider.
You are
The
an
inside
insider.
source. Are you the source that be talking to the shade room?
Magazine.
No, I don't speak to the.
You've
shade.
definitely been a source close to the person.
Yeah.
Never. Nobody has ever asked me anything.
A friend of Chloe said that she's distraught.
Nobody has
that
ever.
was definitely.
Literally nobody has ever asked me anything about Chloe. Like nobody has ever. But I thought that was interesting. I do want to see how Puff answers that. I want to see what the show is. I don't know if this is a one-off.
Mhm.
No, it's a podcast. She had a multi-million-dollar podcast deal.
Oh,
From-
twins.
So it's gonna be a podcast and it's gonna be on Revolt.
So
Wow.
Revolt has the TV, has the visual rights to
Mhm.
it. Okay. Interesting.
Twins.
We're not twins.
Yeah, we're not.
One of you
At
is
all.
young Miami.
I'm JT and he's. Never mind. All right. Anyways, so we don't want to talk about Joe Biden and Jimmy Kimmel.
What happened with Joe Biden and Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Last night or 2 nights ago, Joe Biden did what I think was his first interview ever as president and decided to go to Jimmy Kimmel.
Safe.
What the fuck is going on in our country right now?
Y'all voted for him. This is your president. Enjoy it. What did he do on Jimmy?
I mean, of course, everyone specifically on your network of Fox killed him and Jimmy of like, and this is the first time I somewhat agreed with Fox News of like, there's a lot going on right now, dog. I don't know if I want to hear from Jimmy Kimmel when it comes to answers from a president that barely fucking speaks
Mm-hmm.
and hasn't done an interview yet.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy tried to ask some serious questions.
Mm-hmm.
And he did ask some serious questions, but it was very much question and answer prepped before and like did the fake pushback. It just, I don't know, man. I just don't need to hear from Jimmy Kimmel. Like, and you're going to love this because he's on Fox. Like, go sit down with Chris Wallace. Go sit down with an objective fucking journalist.
Mm-hmm.
Why would he do that?
Because I have some questions that need some answers.
Yeah, he don't want to answer them. So that's why would he do that? He's not answering them.
It's just again,
And he's not the first president to do that.
no.
But I feel like even like when presidents have gone on talk shows and done the late night comedy / serious shit, they also go and do real interviews.
Mm-hmm.
From fucking Obama to Bush to, I'm not even making it party related.
Mm-hmm.
Bam. He hasn't said a fucking really real word to anyone.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Well-
That's who we land on.
Well, because you know that first of all they can.
Cost me $80 to fill up today.
Yeah. At
God
the Mozzie. Well, you know it's
Children were just murdered.
yeah.
Like
and that's but again this politics is a very, weird piece of bullshit. It's something that a lot of these presidents, they say things before they're voted in, and once they're voted in, it's kind of like a little victory parade during their entire term. They may do some things here and there, but nothing really changes. Nothing really happens. So I'm not going to kick Biden in the ass because he went on Jimmy Kimmel during a time like now, because this is what happens during presidencies. There's so many real issues going on in the world, and America is fascinated with entertainment and money, capitalism, things like that. So it's not even about, the issues at hand. We just sent $40 billion to Ukraine. And, for what?
Ask Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, I mean, apparently
Kimmel
I would have to
transaction.
ask Jimmy Kimmel.
But like, even granted, your man Trump went on Fox and Friends and Hannity, and it was just one big circle jerk every fucking time.
No,
but he
what
also
Trump did was he went on the news every day during the pandemic. He had a press conference because he felt like if he did go on other networks,
then was kicking people out that asked real questions. But he did go on Chris Wallace once towards the, I want to say, when the election was first starting, or right before the election.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate that interview because they fucking argued, and Chris Wallace got in his ass and pissed Trump off. But I was like, I mean, I can appreciate that Trump actually went on there and allowed somebody to ask questions that we want to know, not just Sean Hannity and Fox Friends that just really, I really think are sexually attracted to him. You know, Hannity was trying to fuck. I know that's your man, but Hannity was trying to be.
That's my man, Hannity?
Has to be.
Why does that have to be my man?
Oh, you're more of a Tucker guy?
You
like Tucker's hair.
Good hair. Good hair. What do you want me to do? He has good hair.
Tucker Carlson is one of the funniest shows without being funny.
Absolutely.
Like, just the way he speaks and sets things up is like the master manipulator if you're dumb, poor, and white and in middle America.
But my thing is this. If
are you in danger? Of course you're in danger. And you know you're in danger. Because you're a great American. And as a great American, you know you're in danger now.
Absolutely.
And I'm sitting there at Tucker like, damn, Tucker, am I in danger?
But is Trump okay? So my thing is this: if Trump is to become president in 2024, which I think probably is going to happen,
it's a high shot that he will. Yes.
Do you think it's because people are just not happy with Biden, and they just don't want to give him another term?
Well, I think that's why Biden got elected. It's funny how that role could reverse because, for the most part, Biden got in there for two reasons. Everyone hated Trump. It was just whoever the fuck was going to be in the Democratic Party. And he's friends with Obama. Those were the two reasons why he was elected.
That's not... See, we need, above all, we just need a new way of governing this country. Like a lot of the ways of governing and a lot of these laws and a lot of these, these were put into place when this country was... These are however many years ago. Life was totally different. We need to adjust to the way of life today. Like we're still it's like trying to use a new iPhone on an old.
Are you suggesting our founding fathers may have made a mistake? How fucking dare you?
I'm suggesting that our founding fathers
is treason.
They put in a set of rules and laws
in the 1800s.
During their time. It suited what they were doing and how they were living and how the world was then. I think to be trying to still run on that same system however many hundreds of years later is stupid. It's like, bro, you have to update these things. You have to upgrade our way of living, the society. Like, so many things have changed in the world. Like, how are we still trying to run a country on these old laws and these rules that were put in place however many hundreds of years? It just does not make any sense. And I know the law of the land is the law of the land, but the land has changed.
The land was stolen.
The land was stolen. The land has changed. The world has changed. And we still trying to run on these old ideologies and that these old white men made up however many hundreds of years ago. And it's just like, no wonder we can't be on the same page. Like,
of course not.
It's fucking crazy.
I don't know. I don't want to say excited, but very curious for the primaries to start. Those are always my favorite when it's just the Republican debates and just the Democratic debates, because they shit on each other for weeks And then we finally get to who the candidate for the Republicans is going to be and who for the Democrats is going to be. And after shitting on each other for weeks of how shitty of a president they would become and you shouldn't vote for them, they all get on the news and be like, I endorse Biden. It's like, fam, how dumb do you think I am? For 6 weeks, you've been saying he'll never be a good president. And now you're like, he's the one.
It's fucking
It is the same with
crazy.
Trump.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So I have a question. Y'all heard about Jay Prince beef with Wack 100?
Is this a metaphor to politics? Or are you segueing completely?
I was segueing completely.
Oh, okay.
You thought she was gonna make it connect?
I thought we was getting in our
I mean,
bag.
I was talking about war, so.
Well, I did hear Jay Prince finally responded to a lot of the things that was being said about him. And
it was on $1 million worth of game, right?
$1 million worth of game, yeah. And listen, man, you know, as a man, you know, you can sit back and people say things about you and bring a certain energy to you. I think that Jay Prince walks with a lot of respect. He's for the most part a soft-spoken gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
You never see Jay Prince screaming and acting, being, you know, irate and, you know, using a lot of foul language. You don't really see that from Jay Prince.
Gentleman.
Yeah, he's an OG in every sense of the word. It's like, bro, I have grandchildren. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna be out here on social media screaming and things like that. But I mean, you know, the things that,
and you guys look alike.
yeah, yeah, they've been telling me that for at least 3 years now. The things that I was, you know, in listening to Wack, he was responding to a lot of things. He was on Clubhouse, you know, Wack he stays on Clubhouse. And he was saying some things, and I even hit one of my homeboys in LA, and I was like, yo, Wack says some things that I agree with sometimes, and I understand where it's coming from, and you know, I get it.
Agree and disagree.
Yeah.
Alike with him.
Yeah. But I asked him, I said, yo, but you know, he's talking to, you know, he's going at some guys that are, you know, pretty stand up, that have a certain respect, and they give the respect, which is why they get the respect. Jay Prince in particular, you know what I mean? So it just was like, you know, what's Wack's angle with this? Like, why is he talking about Jay Prince like this? Why is he going at Jay Prince like this? Like, I just didn't understand. I'm like, is it just for, you know, clicks and views, or it's like he really is trying to take it? Because you never want to see things get to a certain level. I mean, you know, it's all Clubhouse is social media. It's supposed to be entertainment.
It's an app.
Yeah, it's an app. And, you know, but it's like when things, you start talking about certain individuals with a certain energy and a certain type of aggression, as men, you can only expect that it's going to get to a point where it's like, all right, this wasn't supposed to go this far. Like, we didn't want it to go like this. And I think that, you know, a lot of things that Wack was saying about a lot of individuals, but in particular in this situation with Jay Prince, it was like, yo, dog, like, you know, Jay Prince don't really get into it with nobody like this. And nobody has really ever spoken about Jay Prince like this or has disrespected him like this. Like, I'm like, yo, is this like real, or is this like something that, you know what I'm saying, like some internet social media shit? Like, I just didn't know what was going on. And he was like, bro, I don't know.
Well, it sparked from the woman that interviewed Larry Hoover in jail years ago. Took the footage, and now that they're doing this documentary as help bring awareness and possibly free Larry Hoover, they want the footage from the interview, and she's saying, well, I own the footage, and they're saying, no, you don't. So Wack 100 represents that woman. That's his client now. So
now,
yes.
Has he always represented her, or did he just decide?
I don't know.
Okay.
He may have, but the only reason we would know that he did is now because it's a story. I'm not sure what else that woman has worked on, respectfully. I just don't know. He may have cherry picked and been like, all right, let me represent her in this case, because it's,
which is fine.
Totally fine. Yeah. He's a fucking manager. Yeah. That's a managerial thing to do.
Absolutely.
But I believe that's where it sparked from. And I guess she's not budging, and Wack is now being her mouthpiece, more or less, again, as a manager does. So I get it.
Okay.
But those two don't need to publicly get personal insults over footage.
Listen, as you know, as men, though, there's certain things that you just can't say. And once you open a certain frequency of energy and, you know, things of disrespect, it's like you asking a lot for somebody that's big on respect to act like they weren't disrespected.
Yeah.
And to act like they didn't hear the things that somebody's saying about them. So I knew it was only a matter of time before, you know, Jay Prince responded. And even in his response, he was still, you know, soft-spoken, very direct though.
Those are the people that terrify me the most.
Yeah, because it's just, you know, it's just a certain energy that you know with their words where they're not, you know, it's like, okay, they're serious. This isn't a joke. And, you know, some people with respect is just it's a very real thing. Like, and we're in you know, it's weird now because it's like everybody is so openly disrespectful now. And I remember it wasn't, you know, you always had people that were disrespectful, but now it's like, I think people are getting, first of all, people make money off of disrespecting people now. It's monetized. Disrespect is being monetized. Death is being monetized. Violence is being monetized. So it's kind of like everything is all over the place. It's like you never know what to expect out of people's mouth and what people will do for a check and what they won't do for a check.
Well, the obvious answer is the internet, because you can disrespect somebody without immediate consequences or no consequences at all because you're saying it through a screen and you may not run into that person. Whereas before, if you wanted to disrespect someone, you would have to talk behind their back, which is kind of weird, but you'd have to say it while they were there. And there's consequences, so people wouldn't disrespect the same way, or they would think twice about what they were going to say because they're right in front of you. Yeah,
and even now, you know, we've had some things said about us on social media and on other platforms that were disrespectful. But the one thing that I noticed is, you know, when you run into some of these guys that, you know, have said crazy shit towards you and a certain level of disrespect, it's like when you see them, it's not that.
It's never that.
So it's like, you know, that. So when I see
let me
that,
tell you, it's never that.
Yeah. So when I see that, it's like, okay, you're playing this new game, and I'm not. I didn't download that into my system yet. So I'm not. You know, I can't run on that type of frequency because I'm not playing that game. I'm not openly disrespecting nobody just for some clicks or some views and to make some money. Like, I'm not doing that because, again, I know where disrespect can go. I've seen it become really serious really quick. And then when you ask like, damn, but what happened? It was never that serious. And it's like, wait, so y'all let that shit get here? And in this situation, I feel like, you know, I recognize that. And I'm just like, you know, unfortunately, I think that the disrespect got to a serious place here.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what I mean? It's unfortunate because these are, in all, you know, it is what it is. These are supposed to be the guys that we're looking up to. Wack is older. You know what I'm saying? He's an OG in his right. Jay Prince is an OG. And these are the guys that we're supposed to be looking at for guidance, for examples, for, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, it's unfortunate when the OGs fall into that circus or whatever, you know what I mean? Of disrespect and the social media thing. And it's just like, you know, and I understand the world is different. So, you know, we fall victim to a lot of these things. And I've fallen victim. I've said things on social media that I would never say in real life.
I've reacted to shit I didn't need to react to.
Right.
I've done it, of course.
You know, it's
we're human. We have feelings.
When you turn these cameras and these mics on, you know, it's like it does something to you sometimes. Where you're like, damn, I forget that the cameras and the mics on, and I said this, and now the world can hear it, and they can't unhear it. But I think that, you know,
and you're speaking to people that understand what you're saying, like your tone and sarcasm, or like just how you actually feel, even if you say something like, oh, I know where his heart is at with that. He's not really saying that, but it's to everyone else that doesn't know you, so they take it as they should, literally, and as the surface level. But
and it's really unfortunate because it's like you can get on the phone with anybody. You know what I mean? Like, even if you had a disagreement, which I'm sure that they tried to do with the whole getting the release of the footage and the interview and stuff like that. I'm sure that behind closed doors, communication was there. A lot of communication was open, especially if you're talking managerial duties and we have this footage.
Go to court.
We're trying to do something. Yeah, like, so I'm pretty sure those lines were open. So when things get disrespectful on a social media platform, you know, it's unfortunate because it's like, yo, y'all could really talk about this away from, like, we should not know anything about this. We should not know the inside dealings of what's going on, what's happening. Some things the public just doesn't need to know. We don't need that much information on, business like that. We don't need that.
Yeah, but when, and I'm not even saying Wack specifically, but just since we're talking about the internet in general, when kind of your whole stick on the internet is conflicts with people and back and forth with people, and that becomes what you're known for and what people on the internet want from you, it becomes a cycle you can't stop. So at some point you're starting to look for people to have these internet arguments with because it's what works for your platform and what people only care about when it's in regards to you.
Right.
So even like, we can use the Wack case, for example. Maybe it could have been just solved in court, but it can also be an opportunity to have another back and forth, to have another thing on the internet to keep this cycle going. Because, I mean, I know Wack is known for a lot of other stuff and is an actual businessman, and the internet clubhouse shit is not he's not a YouTuber.
Yeah, that's not his only source of income.
But as far as Wack's name, and I'm not saying he's doing this intentionally, but as far as Wack's name being so popular the last year, is based off things he said about people and back and forth that he's had with people. And I see it with countless other platforms that once you realize you don't particularly have a talent, and what is clicking is you talking and fake beefing with other people, you just have to keep finding fucking fake enemies or like some type of back and forth and pray that they respond so you can keep this platform going. And that's just where we're at with shit.
Yeah, but that's a I don't see the the long game in that though. Because like I said, you disrespect certain people and things go a certain way, then it's like,
Well, I mean, it's the 6ix9ine formula. I mean, 6ix9ine, I wouldn't say he's the first one to do it, but we've seen that people have adopted his strategy in staying popular.
Yeah, but even that wasn't a long game though. In that was a very short.
I'm not saying it's a long game.
Yeah, so if you're gonna look at that and say, oh, hey, I can do this and make some. Yeah, but where's the long? Like, how long was that? How long did that last though?
Well, I mean, he obviously had criminal activity attached to it, but some with these YouTubers in their basement, there might be a long game if they can continue to find other people to just go back and forth with.
Yeah, I mean, back and forth is one thing. We can go back and forth all day. We can have our debates and we can have, but when it's at a disrespectful frequency and it's like, okay, you saying things and it's like, all right, now the disrespect is at an all-time high. And in our culture, unfortunately, Rory, we know where disrespect leads. It leads to more personal things, more real things, real life.
Well, a lot of people think because they've had longevity in that and nothing has happened, that it is just for play. But eventually that's not going to be the case if you continue with that type of energy, especially with specific people. And with playing the long game, you have to get more disrespectful. That's why you're saying, like, on the internet now, people can say whatever and it's getting insane because they have to keep one-upping their last back and forth. Like, it has to be more aggressive now. It has to be suck my dick. It has to be, I'll fucking kill you even though I don't leave my house. Like, it has to go because you have to one-up your last one. That's their longevity. Listen, you have to get more and more disrespectful.
I've been disrespected by old friends. I've been disrespected by family. Eddin has disrespected me.
I don't think I've been that disrespectful.
You keep showing up every week, and I fired you 9 weeks ago. You show up every week.
Fucking Stanley in the office, or whichever one got fired and kept coming to work.
But for me, I just because I just, and like you said, the soft spoken ones, man, is the ones because I am the way I am because there's a small part of my brain where I'm very stupid, and I'm very. I will throw everything away in 20 seconds.
So you have a small portion. I have a larger portion of that in my brain. I'm stupid.
It shrinks. As you get older, it shrinks. When I was younger,
it's definitely
it was a lot larger. Now it's like, and I'm grateful, and I hate it, but I'm grateful to have friends that are incarcerated to tell me, don't let nobody trick you out your spot. Stay doing what you're doing. People disrespect you, laugh at it, keep it moving as long as nobody don't put no hand. Let them say what they want to say.
Yeah, and also in that, because I was talking to another podcaster, because she was having an issue with some of like the blatant disrespectful things that were being said about her from other media platforms. And she's like, this is no more this podcast back and forth. This is like really disrespectful type of shit that this person is saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course, like all their minions go in the mentions and all that. And I said to her, I said, when you go outside, has one out of these 10,000 things ever been said to your face? And she said, no. I said, what happens when you go outside?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but love. Yo, love the podcast. Love you. Yo, it's inspirational. Calm down.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because listen, you refresh my mentions. It's terrible things said about me.
Mm-hmm.
Awful things. There's been people who've lied on me on the internet, fucking said shit way over the line, got fucking family. Anytime I've ever gone outside, not one single person has ever said any of the negative shit that I read on the internet about myself.
And it's a very small window and percentage of that online of disrespect. It's not, but you know, it's certain things that certain people
get
say.
your jokes off. Like, make fun of me. I welcome it. I'm talking about this over the line shit.
Yeah, I'm not. My ego is not like that. You can say whatever you want online. I don't give a fuck about that. But you know, when it comes from certain people, and you know, it's like you know me a little better than that, and it's like you can't play a certain game with me because if and when I do decide to play that same game, you know, you might find out that you're not equipped to play that game.
Well, and I think people do take advantage, which I think we've discussed. I think people specifically on the internet, on platforms, take advantage of knowing that person's not going to reply.
Mm-hmm.
So what they can say any lie they want because they know that person's not going to reply to you because they just view you as a fucking minion.
Right.
So they can get all their shit off and take advantage. And, you know, a lie not challenged sometimes becomes the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So they can literally say anything. And it's like, you're not going to reply. So it can look like, oh, it must be true because they're not saying nothing. It's like, no, I just don't reply to that person.
Yeah. And it takes a lot of maturity to, you know, see the disrespect, hear the disrespect, and not respond to it. Because like you said, is this going to matter in 10 minutes?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, is the disrespect coming from this person going to matter in 10 minutes? Is it going to matter in 5 minutes? No. So it's like you can't react to everything. But I do understand in, you know, Jay Prince's case where, you know, he's at a point where, you know, he's just like, listen, you know, I walk with respect. I demand respect because I respect others. And, you know, when you're disrespecting me, you know, now it's up to me on how I want to respond and how I want to handle that disrespect and how I want to meet that disrespect. So, you know, I just hope and wish that, you know, this thing doesn't turn into something else between him and Wack. Because again, these are our older, you know, people to look up to, man. We need them to be the example of how we handle conflict and how we handle, you know, business and disrespect, and everything doesn't have to turn violent. Everything doesn't have to turn into something that is unfortunate. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, we understand that disrespect has been put on the table, but like, let's get an example of how we handle that without it turning into something else.
Yeah.
And again, that's just me talking because again, you've seen, you know, we losing so many people to, you know, whether it's violence, whether it's just jail time, whether it's, you know, whatever it is. It's just like, I want to see something different. I want to see a different side of how the culture can be. Like, all right, yeah, we disrespect, and we've seen it. We've seen artists disrespect each other who are now great friends, have done business together. Like, we've seen examples of it where things have been very disrespectful. And, you know, fortunately, it didn't turn into something that was crazy. It was like, okay, it was a conversation. These gentlemen, you know, they recognized where they both were wrong at, things that they said that was wrong. And they're mature enough and they're in a space where now they can sit and talk about it and be like, yo, you know what? That was stupid. You know what I mean? That was whatever. Like, that's past us. That's behind us. Let's move forward. And I just hope that this situation is one of those situations.
I'm with you. Prize Picks is daily fantasy made easy. Just pick 2 to 5 players and over-under on their projections, and you can win up to 10 times on any entry. Prize Picks offers every sport you can think of, from NFL to college football, NBA, college basketball, MLB, soccer, MMA, and more. They also allow mixed sports entries, so you can take the over on LeBron combined with the under on Mahomes in the same entry.
Plus, Prize Picks has an award-winning, easy-to-use mobile app that's available on the App Store and Google Play. And with Prize Picks, withdrawals are simple, safe, and fast.
Who you taking game 3?
Game 3, I got the Warriors, man. I'm going to take Steph Curry on the over. Klay Thompson's been struggling a little bit. I think he will play better in Boston, but I'm still going to take Klay Thompson in the under.
Okay.
Sign up at prizepicks.com or use our promo code RoryMal and you'll receive an instant deposit match up to $100. Remember to use promo code RoryMal to get your instant deposit match up to $100. Restrictions do apply. Go to prizepicks.com for details.
Listen, man, they're about to go fucking crazy with Bitcoin and Marcy. Marcio.
I don't even want to laugh at
Bed-Stuy
that.
is going to go fucking nuts with the bit.
Why you say that?
Jack and Jay, or I think maybe just Jack from Twitter, I think started like a Bitcoin school in Marcy.
Oh, really?
Which I think is really dope.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean we can't joke about how much
Scammers?
hand-to-hand Bitcoin is going to happen in the projects.
Oh, it's definitely the scammers is they studying as we speak. They're gonna find a way. You think they not?
And I think it's very important. But you know, like when criminals go to jail and become like better criminals,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like putting Bitcoin in the projects might just take the scammers to like Bowser level.
Yeah, because now you scamming
Like
just
they'll
online.
be the final boss of scammers in
yeah.
Bed-Stuy.
Nerd, I'm sorry.
Anything that has to do with computers, the hackers, they rule the world. So they're gonna find a way to hack something. The scammers are the number one direct to consumers that we have in our
Direct to consumer.
Yeah, the scammers are the most direct to consumer.
No, they take from the consumer and then leave us with the bill.
well, they
Direct
take
you out.
from some consumers, but they also sell back to the consumers.
No, there's some Robin Hood in
Yeah,
in it.
and
In
some
it as
honor
well.
amongst thieves. You know that.
For sure.
You guys have any crypto?
No, I do not.
We were supposed to have some, but
Well,
that's
Yeah.
a whole nother story. Yeah.
it was very cryptic. And
Yeah. Bueno.
but yeah, so I'll read just so people know exactly what we're talking about. Jay-Z launches Bitcoin Academy initiative for Marcy Project's residents with Jack Dorsey. Many people believe that cryptocurrency holds a vast amount of power in the future. Financial freedom. Celebrities have teamed up with Bitcoin. Let's get to the real shit, because this is just talking about crypto. The business partners are teaming up to help fund the Bitcoin Academy, an initiative offered to the residents of Brooklyn Marcy houses, where Hov grew up. Sean Carter Foundation has always been about providing educational access and opening doors of opportunity to undeserved communities.
Underserved.
They wrote undeserved. Vibe, y'all should check this because now Hov is saying, yo, Marcy don't deserve shit. Opening doors.
That's underserved. SERV.
Well, I'm stupid. I need to be in this academy.
Yeah. We'll sign you up. Don't worry about it.
Where is reading?
I know. I was about to say he put underdeserved. I'm about to say no, underserved.
Stated Gloria Carter. Yeah, Gloria would never say that.
Right.
No one should be left out or behind. We truly appreciate the partnership with Block and Jack Dorsey to bring financial, specifically Bitcoin education to the Marcy residents, where I spent many years raising my family. Everyone should be empowered to make informed financial decisions in order to take care of themselves and their families. I agree. I think that's amazing.
Salute to Jay, man.
I'm curious to see how some people take that academy.
Yeah, we need to see how what it's about, how does it work, and then the benefits of it.
Mm.
But either way, it's obviously going to be a place where people can go and get information.
Yeah.
About the new way of currency in the world. So it's not a bad thing. I think that it's just information that will be put directly in the middle of the community where people need it.
Mm.
So in that case alone, if we don't know yet what's going to come out of it and how it will help people, we do know that it's a positive thing for the community.
I mean, I would like to see Bleak just like bring Jack through the Jacks.
Where he used to get the haze from.
Just see Jack chilling in Marcy.
Yeah, show Jack how to roll up. It's like, that's what I want to see Jack learn.
Judging by Jack's beard and haircut,
Jack knows
I
how to
think
roll up.
I think he probably can roll better than Bleak.
Jay, he knows how to roll a joint. A blunt?
Maybe
I don't know if Jack do it. I don't know if he knows how to roll a blunt.
Yeah, but he probably
A
has some.
joint? Yes.
I could see Jack having some organic backwood.
Jack, he looks like a
that
Bong
he actually
guy.
gets in the backwoods.
I feel like
He like a bonga. He's a bonga.
Oh, he's definitely a bong guy.
He's a bonger.
Blunts are easier to roll than joints, though. Is that just me?
That's just you.
Whose blunts have you been rolling?
You're from the inner cities. You grew up. You can roll a blunt, fried chicken, and babysit at the same time.
At the
And
same
listen to
time?
Jack
You are
Harlow
what
while
they
doing
call
it.
a talented black queen. Okay,
You know what, Mom?
you sell dope, braid hair, and
On the same porch?
Yo, look at the result of Jack Harlow empowering black women. Now Mal is
Yeah.
behind black women because
well, I've been behind black women a lot.
he saw the Jacks with
That's right,
crypto. Jacks have been going crazy.
The Jacks are going crazy. The
Not
Jacks
the
are.
jacks are all trays. The trays are all
my-
jack. Woo!
Baby
Don't
D
let
is
me
back.
set it. Don't let me set it up. Don't
Baby
let
D
me set it
I'm
up.
is
so
back.
glad you never pursued your musical career. You still have a mic in front of you,
When I
right?
called you and Rory out to do y'all battle, you pussied up. So don't. At least I put my shit out into the world, and
You
I
gotta
got
put it on the
positive
calendar so I
feedback.
know when to start writing.
Yeah, I'm not a rapper. So you're way more advanced at writing rhymes than I am. Will ever be. I tried one time. I read that shit back to myself. I said, man, fuck this.
Put it on the calendar.
I think you were probably being too hard on yourself because of who. you grew
No,
up
it was
around.
trash.
Oh, okay.
It was trash. It was trash. Like I read it and I was like, in my head it sounded so much better, but seeing it on paper, it was just like, this ain't
Could
it.
definitely see Young Maul writing, yo, Sauce Money, what you think of this rhyme?
I wish I could call Sauce and ask him, yo, listen, I might have been really nice. I might have been dope.
He could have ghost wrote for you.
I had the stories. I was in the environment, so I knew I had the inspiration to draw from.
Mhm.
It just was like,
Oh,
couldn't make it
you was
rhyme,
what you was
or-
what the rappers rapped about, right?
Yeah.
They was rapping your lifestyle.
no, not my lifestyle, but they would definitely wasn't my lifestyle. But no, it was just, I don't know. I think that I was it's weird because I understand like in seeing like how Jay records, he doesn't write. He just like mumbles it to himself and then goes over. I think I'm the same way. I think I don't write fast enough for my thoughts.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it's like when I was writing, it's like, damn, what I was just thinking about, and I'll get lost. And I'm like, oh, that shit ain't going. And then I'll just lose it. Then I get discouraged and I want to write. And it's like, man, fuck that rhyme. Like, but I know how to make words rhyme. It just was like, what is the pick? What am I paying? What am I really? It has to come together. It can't just be rhyming words. Fucking Cat in the Hat rhymes.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't say that on a mic and on a beat. It's like, what the fuck is he talking
Like
about?
you wasn't painting Fordham Road.
Not really.
Wasn't painting. I didn't feel like I was on Fordham when you was rapping.
Yeah, like I wanted, like that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to take people away from the city.
What
Like,
was your Fordham
You was
scheme?
rapping about Miami. You was one of those.
not even Miami, just like this. What if this is like our paradise? Like, what if this is it? Like, it doesn't get any better than this.
Yeah. You
know what I'm
you
saying?
wasn't on Fordham riding in the Ford. Damn, I never mind. Forget it.
See, if I would have wrote some
Yo.
shit like that,
Rory.
if I would have wrote some shit like that,
You in a Ford on Fordham Road and then saying damn would be. No, it's not straight to the
nah,
top.
see what I'm saying? That shit just don't hit. It don't connect. Niggas, the homies would have looked at me like, nah, so that ain't it.
What's the mascot for Fordham University?
A ram?
Yeah, Ram.
Ford
Oh,
Rams?
The Ford Ram. Oh my god. You gotta be a rapper again.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't go to Fordham
The
University.
Let us
Ford
ghostwrite
Ram
you.
in the Ford Dam on Ford Dam. Like, come on, man.
Fordham is not that interesting. I promise you. After that bar, it's like, then what?
I mean,
See, that's what, because you can have one, but it's like, all right, but where you going after that?
you could take us to Tremont where you bought the trees from
we
Mont.
not gonna just run around the Bronx. Look, now you just going to random streets
Yeah.
and no.
And then from Mont you go to Mont Haven. Like, come on, bro.
We're not doing that. Them niggas would listen one time and be like, your son is trash.
You never bought trees from Mont on Tremont?
Oh no, for sure.
I think your brothers would have called you trash, but they'd have helped you.
My brothers, the homies right outside my door would have called me trash.
Would have made it to your brothers?
Yeah, like some of my brothers, they would have never heard them rhymes. They'd be like, nigga, what are you talking
Would
about?
have made it to the Rockefeller door where Kanye was knocking
Nah.
on.
See, and that's important.
See them all at the Rockefeller door. They won't let him in. Like, yo, but
Yo, use your key card, Maul.
But see, it's good that I noticed that though, that I was trash. See, a lot of these rappers don't know that they trash.
Of course not. 99.9% of them
And that's the
don't.
problem. See, I knew I took myself out of that pool. I wasn't going.
But guess what? They believed in themselves and they're rich.
A lot of these niggas ain't rich.
Okay.
You think these rappers are rich?
But a lot of trash rappers are rich.
There are some trash rappers that are very rich.
Well, now today, absolutely.
But they figured out how to make good music. Well, someone thinks it's good music.
Mhm.
A good majority has to.
So I'm sure there would have been somebody who thought your shit was dope.
I think that, okay, so I will be honest. I think that if you're starting as a rapper or a singer or whatever, a writer now, I think that you're more inclined to keep going because you can get your shit out there more freely now.
Mhm.
And you see a lot of people that are trash.
Yeah.
Because even I've seen A-list rappers where I'm like, man, I could do that shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But in the late 90s, early 2000s, hell no. Because then you had to write your rhyme. Then you had to book studio time to record it. And then you had to go stand downtown in front of the fucking Universal building hoping to see somebody going in that would take your fucking song from you and listen to it.
But you could see him in the kitchen. That's what we're saying.
Exactly.
Nah, but
You
I
had
was
the cheat
trash.
codes.
Yeah.
I was trash. And it was harder for me. Like, if I was going to try to present something, are you kidding me? Like, I would have to be at
And
least.
that's why I think that you were probably too hard. That's where I said you were probably too hard on yourself. You didn't give
Definitely.
yourself room to grow because you felt like you had to be perfect on the first try because of you coming from rap royalty.
Well, I'm still a perfectionist.
Well, did any of your, because you have more than just Biggs and Hop, did any of your other brothers try to rap?
No.
Look what
It's not. It's not.
Any of your sisters?
No, God, no. Nah. Nah, it wasn't really.
They wasn't mad when they signed a mill?
Nah.
Should have been them.
Jamal being mad that
No.
they signed a
No,
Yo.
nobody was mad. That's funny though.
Yo.
I've been in the kitchen all week, just rhyming to myself, and all of a
It's a
sudden,
little loud. You did.
nah.
My brother
Nah,
is
man.
Jamil. Why the fuck is a mill being signed?
Yo. Now they took
That's
the
funny.
J out her name and just went with
That would make for a funny like skit in a sitcom though. Like just think about that in a sitcom. Like a family where the brothers like own a record label and the sisters in the
Yeah.
kitchen just rapping all day, and then y'all go sign like a whole random chick to a record deal.
Mhm. I would
You'd
feel
be
like
man, we've been in here spitting bars all week. Like that's funny.
I would.
But yes,
definitely
no, I'm never writing a rhyme again though.
But
But look, I still have a mic in front of me. I still,
you said
cameras.
You battle Rory.
In a freestyle.
No, I'm writing. I'm not freestyling.
But that's what they
I'm
call
coming with
freestyling now.
writtens.
Well,
That's
they've
true.
changed freestyle from off the top to meaning just going without a chorus on a beat.
Which, by the way, I'm happy.
That's not just now. That's been the way
That's been a
for
while.
at least 20 years.
All Flex freestyle is doing was freestyle.
Yeah. We actually heard those bars on records that later came out.
Which, by the way, I'm very happy that became a thing. Like, I know it's an art form to come off the top, and that's crazy. And
Very
but
few can do that.
I just not something that I think we need to push forward. Like,
Yeah,
you
no.
should write it down.
Write it down, and then, but again, it's a different era because, like we said before, back in early 2000s, whatever, you can take the same 4 rhymes and travel the country,
tour the
different
country.
radio stations, and spit those bars, and
Then put them on the album.
then put them on the album. Nobody would really care. Now it's like you give Flex 100 bars, you can't go to Charlie Sloth or L.A. Leakers with those same 100 bars.
I was watching. This was years and years ago when Vince Staples and Tyler were on. I want to say Ebro in the morning, and Rosenberg was like, "Vince, like, you want to freestyle?" And Vince was like, "Dog, I should put out an 18-song album."
No,
No,
I don't want to
freestyle. I have no more rhymes for now.
Yeah, but I like those type of rappers though that don't just overly, because a lot of rappers paint themselves in that box too, where they just become the freestyle guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
People can't tell you what their projects sound like. They can't tell you what their singles sound like, but they just like, yo, is he gonna freestyle?
Speaking of which, Sai's album.
Sahai.
Well, I'm sorry.
The story
EP?
of EGOT.
Yes. 3 for 4. 3 for 4.
Yeah, you said you wasn't really liking the first track.
I was very nervous when I think it's Extra Hard came on, but I don't want to start with hate because I really did enjoy the last 3.
Mm-hmm.
He was metaphoring us to death on songs with substance. it was interesting.
Sahai
It was like Royce's bar exam series meets a fucking J. Cole album.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting, and I enjoyed it though.
I thought it was really good. I think I'm with you on that. I don't dislike Extra, but I think once Help Me God came on after that, and then Slide, and then obviously the last track Tears with Jacquees
is hard, yeah.
Is super hard.
I hope this means that an actual
A full-length
album
project
is
is coming,
coming,
yeah.
and this is what he had,
I hope so, man, because Sahai is one of my favorite artists to listen to. I think he's one of the elite rappers that we have.
Don't you know Sahai? Or don't y'all speak? Or have spoken?
Very briefly.
I would like for him to come on the podcast.
I would love to shoot something with Sahai. I think he's a very interesting mind. He has an interesting way of thinking about things, and I like his perspective on things. I like the way he doesn't like over advertise his art and his craft and his skill. Like you hear from him when he wants you to hear from him. You see him when he wants you to see him. Like even this project, 4 tracks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That shows you what type of dude he is. Like he ain't giving you 18, 19, 20 joints. He's like, "Look, take this 4-pack. I'll get back with y'all in a minute. You know, I'm cooking up. I'm doing what I do." And I think his story from just writing for a lot of different artists, you know, being from the South, I just think he's an interesting person. I would love to sit down and really, really kick it with him about, you know, Saha and just get to know more about Saha. Because I do think he needs to be talked about more when you start talking about the elite rappers. I think he's one of them.
I agree, and I think he wants to say it.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, he says it.
I'm better than y'all.
He was the best rapper alive.
Yeah, no, he says it. He definitely says it. So yeah, EGOT, the EP available now. If you haven't heard it, download it, stream it. You know, Saha is one of those rappers that if you appreciate the art of rap and hip hop, he's definitely somebody you want to listen to. So shout out to Saha.
5-year anniversary, Control, SZA. I think I thought it was safe 3 years ago to say Control is a classic album. Is that okay to say?
I think so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it's fully a classic album.
I think so. I think that's safe to say.
Well, she put out what, 5 records, 6 records, 5 on the deluxe for the 5-year anniversary. The first one being the Love Galore alternative version, where I get why the other one made it, but she's barring us.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I'm glad she put it up. She counted the seconds it took me to nut and then threw it in my face.
Women do that.
She
a
said
lot.
80 seconds. That's 3 minutes. I was like, damn, he was counting.
Yeah, women have a way of letting you know how much they hate you.
Yeah,
with love.
They cut deeper when they dislike you.
Yeah,
but it definitely put where SZA was, her headspace, like times 10 5 years ago, because a lot of the records that didn't make it are wordier, I think. And as much as Control showed you exactly where SZA was and how confused and I guess confused would be the word, about where she was in life and just her mind state. This put it to a different perspective. I see why these didn't make it, but it kind of gave you a even extra look at where SZA was 5 years ago. And very much relatable. But she's talking some shit on here. I also did not know she had Come and See Me Tonight before. I mean, I know Party and Drake wrote it, but they gave it to SZA. And that's 2 a.m. now on this deluxe here. So I guess she just didn't keep it, and then Party decided, all right, I'll just keep this for myself. But
which is what happens a lot.
Oh, for sure, especially with Party.
Yeah.
But it was cool to hear her sing that hook and that record and put her.
Listen, SZA's easily one of our favorite artists. We've been talking about her, giving her love for years.
You should listen to it.
Yeah.
Demaris, did you listen to it?
I have not listened to it yet. No.
We need the female perspective on SZA.
You sent it to me like an hour before I got here.
I didn't. I thought you sent it to me.
No. Yeah. Oh, Eddin sent it. Eddin sent it. Like,
Eddin.
Yeah,
all right.
like
What
an hour before we recorded.
I didn't listen to it.
Not yet. You guys are terrible.
Eddin, you didn't listen to it either?
Not yet.
That's fine.
I'll have a dose of
None of us
SZA
do our
soon.
jobs. It's fine. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
I understand because SZA did this on the first album, where she pretended she was going to put an album out for a while, tease us with music. I relate.
You definitely relate to that.
And I really thought with Good Days and the Tie record that it was coming, but I think even though she's just celebrating a 5-year anniversary, I don't know if we're getting this album soon. Even though she's on headlining Day in Vegas, which usually that means, all right, if you're going to headline a big showcase like that, and you haven't put an album out in 5 years, something is
gearing
coming
up for something. Yeah,
but I mean, Kendrick did that to us with I think it was Day in Vegas or another festival.
Was it Day in Vegas?
Did he do Good Kid, Mad City in full? Maybe that's what he did instead. I forgot, but I know he came out on Baby Keem shit for whatever festival it was. But I feel like Kendrick has done that to us. A lot of TD artists have done the festival trick. I feel like.
Was it? I can't remember what festival it was.
Was it Coachella?
I was thinking, I'm like, is it Coachella that he did that?
Maybe it was.
That Day in Vegas festival lineup is sick.
Because Emotional Oranges is on
Day
it?
one.
Oh.
Of
Absolutely.
course.
Yeah,
Of
that's really
That's
what did
what
it for
I
me.
Yeah, no.
When I saw it.
when I saw that, I said, I'm there. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be
Fucking
fucking kidding me. You
miss
think
Return
I'm
of
not
Travis Scott? Ugh, no. Here for EO.
going? No, thank you. So
I might go out to that.
to Day in Vegas?
Yeah.
When is
Even
that?
though I just
Where is it? Do we
told
have it?
everyone on the last episode how much I don't think I can do festivals anymore.
Day in Vegas is in Las Vegas.
I'm trying to
Festival
find the
ground.
flyer we had.
Day in Vegas is in Vegas?
Yeah.
Eddin? Wow.
Go figure.
I had no idea.
Las Vegas Festival ground.
What
Thank
day
God
is
you're
it?
here.
What day is it, Eddin?
It's from September 2nd to the 4th.
Oh, same time as Made.
Right.
Is it the same weekend?
That's usually when Made is.
Likely.
Made's I like Made in America's lineup so far.
Made in
You don't like
America. Made in America
'Cause,
is
they only do a few names in the beginning. and they
September
add more.
3rd to the 4th at Benjamin Franklin Park in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's overlapping.
Bad Bunny, Tyler the Creator, Little Uzi Vert,
Yeah.
Jasmine Sullivan, Burna Boy, Snarlegra, Kodak, Pusha T, Lil TJ, Tate McRae, Fuerza Regida, Toro y Moi. Oh wow, wow.
Yeah.
That's a good name to see. I haven't seen Toro
Especially for a
perform in
festival.
a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Toro y Moi, Babyface Ray, Key Glock, shout out to Key Glock, Larry
That's
June.
Glock.
Rails B, Victoria Monet, the talented Victoria Monet. She doesn't. I feel like we
baby
don't talk about
mama.
Victoria Monet.
Your
Monet.
baby.
I talk
mama.
about her a
I
lot.
love her. I love
Victoria
her.
Monet is super, super talented. One of my favorite artists and writers. Chimbala and Ryan Castro. That's September 3rd to the 4th, Made in America. Bad Bunny gonna have that shit.
Yeah.
Eddin is gonna take his shirt off.
You bought your tickets already?
No. I'm gonna actually see both. Well, Kendra's not there. I'm gonna see Kendrick and Bad Bunny in August. So I don't.
And I'm looking for a day in Vegas.
I mean, it's everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, you're just gonna name the music industry.
Just for headliners, it's SZA Friday, J. Cole Saturday, Travis Scott on Sunday. But on Friday, SZA, Playboy Cardi, Summer Walker, Triple Red, Reed, Georgia Smith, City Girl, Little TJ, Amin, J Rock, Simnio, UMI, J. Cole, 21 Savage, Her, Joji, Don Toliver, Vince Staples, Sabrina Claudio, T-Pain, JID or Jid, Masego.
Go back, Sabrina.
Sunday, Travis
In
Scott,
Vegas.
Baby Keem, Janae Aiko, Pusha T, Blast, Freddie
All right, we
Gibbs.
ain't got to name
Yeah, man,
everybody.
I
We
just
get
said
it.
the music
Everybody's
industry.
fucking
Get
there. I'm just mad that it is overlapping.
Yeah.
Made in America.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, it's
I guess you got to do one of those things.
If
where
you had to choose,
you got to pick a day to
If
go.
you had to choose, get the fuck. You know what you do.
But both of the days, the Sunday, the 4th, both days are really good though. That's
so
the only thing.
if you had to
Philly
choose,
is closer.
yeah.
Philly is closer. But I would like to see Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
Bad
Oh,
Bunny.
I think.
Cole. I would like to see Cole again.
But again, I would like to see SZA.
I bet you would.
You know what I mean?
Even though you don't listen to her deluxe on the way here.
Yeah, I didn't.
Well, she
I
poured her heart
didn't
out.
listen to it on the way
How
here.
dare
Wow,
you.
fasty night.
I would love to. I would love to see SZA. Damn, we were talking about something, and I wanted to get into something with the festivals.
I don't know. We were talking about
Charles?
SZA right into festivals. Oh well, shit. Migos is not going to Governor's Ball.
Oh yes.
Next.
So it is. So we can have the conversation. Migos is over.
No, I'm still rolling with. This is part of a rollout to the next project.
I don't know, man.
The Migos is rich, man. They could miss a headliner at a festival.
No, they
They don't
can.
need the money.
But
They could-
absolutely.
But that's a big thing to.
They don't have new music. It's not like, of course, it's anticipated because it's the Migos and they have hits, but it's not like the way the way how Travis would be anticipated, or someone that just put an album out. You want to go see them
Yeah, but
headline.
okay, so-
Tyler right now, I want to go see Made in America because he just put an album out. I didn't get
What
to
about
the tour.
Quavo and Takeoff having a record? Hotel Lobby.
What about
That's
it?
the name of it, right? Hotel Lobby.
I'm pretty sure.
What about it?
I mean, there's somebody missing off the record.
I get it. I know. I think this is all part of to build the
And I
anticipation
get it.
for the return
I
of the
get it.
Migos.
Takeoff didn't have a verse on Bad and Bougie. I get it. But he was in
Just
the
left on
video.
Bad and Bougie. Yeah.
He was in the video.
He let us know.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
He was in the video. So
was
it's
in the
like we're not seeing him. He's not talking about this Hotel Lobby record.
What a brilliant answer. We don't talk about that in that situation. I don't care to talk about those gentlemen, but what a brilliant answer to that question. Does it look like I was left off Bad and Bougie?
It was an honest
What a
response.
brilliant. Oh, does it look
Yeah.
like it?
I'm here, right? I'm here. I was in the video.
I'm in the same fucking floral shirt as them with the same amount of jewelry. Does it look like I was left off?
I look bad and I'm bougie. You know what I mean?
I was so bougie I didn't get on the record.
Exactly.
There you go.
But this is a little different. There's no
Well, this is the
Quavo.
Unconfused collaboration, right?
Yeah, exactly.
This is their only built for Cuban links. This is their Ghost and Ray.
If you want to call it that.
Okay.
If you want to call it that, you can. But
you think it's sentiment?
Yeah. I think
Offset is making his Liquid Swords, maybe?
his rendition of Liquid Swords, yes. But yeah, it's just the optic of it is, we know when things aren't, you can feel that energy.
I think even if it is real, they're family, so I think they're going to get back together. I think this will work out for them career-wise better than if they
but I'm just saying
together.
Right now, them turning down this governor's balls because they're not on the same page. That's what I'm thinking.
Or just to confirm all the rumors so we can really get into this rollout of the return of the Migos, because that album is going to be anticipated more than it would be had they not broken up.
Yeah, but now if you go on that route, you got to go all the way there.
That's what I'm saying. They're doing it.
It has to be public feuding.
They canceled.
There has no, not this little covert subliminal shit. There has to be direct words. If you're gonna go that route of the rebrand and the return of the Migos and all of that, it has to completely be torn down.
I think that's the
it has to be.
We're unfollowing each other. In 2022, that's a crazy.
I get it, but we got to go deeper than that. It got to be worse. We got to get a video like Quavo. Somebody got to be spitting at the camera. It got to be like it got to be on. It got to be beef. It got to be like, oh, these niggas about to fight. Like if you're gonna go to Return of the Migos rollout route, it has to go all the way there.
Look at this hypocrite with Jay Prince and Wack. I don't want to see any violence.
No, because
how about we just be an example? Now he wants fucking Quavo to spit on Takeoff.
No, this is different. This is different because we're saying that this is a rollout. Like this is on purpose. Jay Prince in the other situation, that's real shit. It ain't no rollout.
It could be a rollout for Larry Hoover to get out.
Jay Prince ain't playing the rollout game.
It's the rollout to free Larry.
Jay Prince don't play the rollout game.
No, he definitely don't.
He not playing the rollout game.
Someone's going to get rolled out.
Exactly. It's another rollout game. He ain't playing that
or
rollout.
rolled up.
Exactly.
Into a carpet.
This situation, if the Migos is going this route where they're going to act like they're having a feud and they're not together, it has to be more than unfollowing on Instagram.
They canceled the show. That's a big deal.
To me, this is the Unkin and Unkin feud was like, that was the eyebrow raiser. Like, okay, this is a little, not saying they can't do that and still be cool. They could still have a side project, but we didn't really ask for the Unkin feud project. Everybody wasn't screaming for the Unkin feud project. So they're not feeding the fan base with that. Right?
To some degree they are.
The fan base wants a Migos album.
Music.
Of course.
Okay.
So then what are they wagering in going all out for that rollout? What, they look stupid?
They're wagering people caring and returning for a Migos album if they decide to get back together. But I'm saying it would have to, when you go that route of playing like we're beefing, we're broken up, we're not a group anymore, you have to go all the way there. You have to completely tear it down.
Yeah, because no one's going to give a fuck if they just get quiet.
And if you get quiet, unfollow on Instagram, people don't, and now it's like, okay, you can't let it come out that was just a rollout.
Yeah, but
then people gonna be like, oh, y'all playing that game? Like, y'all don't, first of all,
but that's the story for the rollout. Like, even if they do the interviews or even all the press around the new album, that would be the main question. Like, yo, what the fuck happened?
But what happened to this route, Rory? What happened to just putting out a bomb-ass record?
It's 2022.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and it's not like they're not capable. It's not like the Migos is not capable. Speaking in the theory of this may be a rollout for a Return of the Migos project. I'm just speaking to that. The Migos is more than capable of putting out a fucking bomb.
Musicians and artists have to be entertainers more than they ever have been before. They have to entertain us, which has to be tied to the music.
Across different platforms.
And yes, it can, of course, we love a great record, and that's entertaining, but it's an artist. They have to be entertainers. They have to entertain us in the way we were just talking about, that whole call back to that internet shit that we were discussing, of what gets clicks and what people are doing on the internet to maintain a fan base. It requires more. And it's not just a record anymore. No matter if you're the Migos or a fucking unsigned artist, you have to entertain us because we're all on our phones. So entertain me.
I get
Once
that.
the song is over, what are you doing?
I get that. But here's my thing, because this was part of taking it back to the whole Pac and Big feud, right? And they saying when Big and Pac approached each other backstage and they had words, Pac's thing was, yo, I'm just trying to sell records.
Mhm.
So it's like you doing all of this to sell records. That was frowned upon back then. It was all about putting out a great fucking record, putting out a great album, then touring, entertaining. These guys were entertainers.
Well, I ask you this, just in regards to the records being sold, did it work?
For Pac?
I'm just talking about in regards to selling records and for Big.
Yeah, but
It worked.
But Big wasn't playing that game because he really felt like that was a friendship.
Well, Pac was
So
playing.
it's not like I'm not gonna play this game just to sell records. I thought you was my dog. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Agree,
So
but
if the Migos are family, don't play the game of beefing and unfollowing each other just for the sake of a return to the Migos project to sell some records. Like, this is the Migos. They don't need to play these fucking charades to sell records.
but it's a different era. Like, again, I'm repeating myself of that Drake line I love so much. I wonder how they survive in this era, like the older artists and the OGs, because they don't have to deal with this internet shit. And we don't even know the rappers we look up to as like they would never play that game just because they were never around when Twitter was. So we never really got to know their real thoughts.
Mhm.
They could have been a super cornball and would have been
Oh, for
doing-
sure. I
playing
say
these
that all
games
the
worse
time.
than these kids.
Absolutely.
So
Because they were kids. 24,
And-
25 years old.
And Pac was playing a game that was attached to it's not like Pac made up in his head. It was derived from an actual situation
Mhm.
that almost at that time cost him his life. So
Right.
yes, he added Big in for the entertainment purposes, but it was attached to something that was very much real. So I
Mhm.
can't say it's the same thing, but yeah, man, of course they're going to play these fucking reindeer games in this era.
I don't like
it's
it.
going to be,
Not when it's real family. I don't like it.
I think that's probably the best way to play the games
Nah.
because we know we're family and it's okay. We can all get together as a family and create a story
I don't
and
like
then
it.
come back together.
Do you think
I
they
don't
give
like
a fuck about, let's say, the minimum of where this all started? Do you think they give a fuck about unfollowing each other?
I think that they know that says something to the public. I think they
Okay.
know that
Yeah.
we look at that like, oh shit, there's something wrong in the camp. There's some tension in the camp because unfollowing somebody is a big deal. So I think that they know that. They're very aware. Their team knows that. But again, I'm just hoping that this is not for a rollout. I'm hoping that it's really tension, and not like they're not going to be. They're not. It's not going to become like a beef thing. This is real family we're talking about. But I do understand if it's real tension, whether it be business, whether it be personal relationships, things like that, whatever it may be. I just let it be, and I'm always on the side of just let it be authentic, let it be real. Don't do something just for the optic of it and be behind closed doors laughing like, yo, they think we really beefing. Because then I'm gonna look at y'all like, nigga, I'm never coming to a live show again, nigga.
I'm
Fuck
gonna.
outta here. It's
All right, listen,
weird.
but I'm gonna look at them like entertainers in 2022.
Yeah, but you got to have some integrity as an entertainer too, though.
They're too
You
big
don't
to do
have
shit like
to,
that.
but-
though.
Absolutely.
You don't have to.
Yeah,
They're
but
too
then
big- they're
take
too
your
big to do
all right.
shit
So
like
then
that.
go perform on a fucking cruise ship for the rest of your career and get out of here with
Right.
that shit.
They are too
Go
big
fuck
to
with
do
the
shit
people
like
that
that.
outside of the culture that don't really know who you are and just like, oh, I remember this record. I heard this at Bloomingdale's one day when I was shopping.
They're the Migos.
Yeah,
But
like-
I'm saying if
but
you
the
don't,
culture, the real, like the niggas that really fuck with you, like we don't want to see y'all go through some fake beef to sell no records. Get the
but
fuck
one
outta
could
here.
say if you don't compromise at least some of your integrity, you will be the artist that performs on a fucking cruise ship.
Mhm.
If you keep all that integrity and go on fucking Carnival cruise,
Nah, I think it's
because
different.
people we're in the era where that is not looked upon as credible. Like we don't care what's true and what's not, as long as it's entertaining.
I think you're
I
speaking
could
for a
agree.
very small percentage of the consumers.
No more.
I think it's a lot. Yeah, I think you're speaking for
the
Yeah.
small. I think you underestimate.
If y'all
just
think
how many
that the
corny
young, if
people
y'all
are in
think
the
that
world.
young kids that's let's say in college that are fans of the Migos,
Mhm.
y'all think that if they find out the Migos did all this to sell records, they're gonna be like, oh, okay.
I think those college kids would be like, "What a smart marketing plan."
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
But this is the thing.
Because consumers are not stupid. No matter how young you are, you're not stupid.
they actually are very stupid.
Well, they're the smartest I think they've ever been, just because of access
And
to,
information.
to information.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. The consumers are not. You may be able to pull certain things off and trick the consumers, right? But when you start talking about, oh, y'all wasn't really beefing, because now people are invested in like your
well,
personal
they never
life.
admit to that though. This is the thing. It's only
I
bad
hope
if
not.
they get caught. If they don't get
Well,
caught,
you don't have to get caught. People tell everything now themselves. You don't have to investigate. Police don't have to do no work now. being a cop is being a detective is the easiest shit in the world today.
It's what I do all day. Just scroll.
Yeah, like you ain't gotta like. They'll know,
Read
you think
comments.
you think that they're not going. People in Atlanta not going to see them out together like somewhere and be like, yo, they right here chilling. Like these niggas ain't beefing. That'll be on the internet in 5 minutes.
I suppose that would be.
It's too easy to figure it out. Like that's why I said, let it be real. It's not like I said. I don't think the Migos are ever going to get into a real beef and it's going to be like blood drawn and shit. That's not going to happen. But let it be a real like, yo, we really business wise things were we didn't have business straight. Personal relationships got in the way. Let it be authentic. Because then people could be like, oh, damn. Like, all right, well, good to see that y'all were able to get past that, come back together and give another great project, which I think they're capable. This is the Migos, bro. This is one of the biggest groups of their generation, like, if not the biggest group. Like,
I hope it's fake just for QC's sake, because they're going through some shit right now.
They got a lot going on right now.
Yeah. And I respect those two gentlemen very much. And I hope they're dealing with all this shit in a good way. Because obviously with the gun and shit and everything else. But I don't know. I also particularly don't care. If it's real or fake, I don't care. If the music's good, right. I care. If the music's bad, I'll just move on. That's really all the shit is. But I think like any A-list group or act, even if you don't need it, your momentum does slow down. It's just inevitable no matter what artist you are, no matter what. And I am not saying this in a bad way, just a realistic one. The Migos they have slowed up a bit as far as just because they've been around and there's younger artists and that's just how the cycle goes. It's not anything to
well, what
their talent level, the music they're making, or their fan base. But yeah, in this era, you have to do sometimes to keep shit moving. You have to do little shit like this, even if you are an A-lister.
No. What you have to do is you have to rebrand yourself. You can't be the young lit niggas in the club again. You can't be the niggas that's jewelry again. And now you can't be the niggas that's Gucci, Chanel again. You can't be that. Rebrand yourself. Get into some real shit. Y'all got families, y'all got kids, y'all got get into some shit where it's like, okay, your fan bases are now what 4, 5, 6 years older. Mm-hmm. Let's get into some of that shit.
And what happens when you get older? You fall out with family.
I will go as far.
Here comes the rollout.
10 years older.
That's good. I mean,
Versace
but cool. Let it be real though. Let it be real.
Yeah, Versace popped in 2013, 10 years older.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like we can't keep. We know y'all get money. We know y'all get fresh. We know that. We got that. That's why we love y'all. Like, these young niggas is, you know what I mean? They bad and bougie. You know what I mean? These niggas is looking like young Liberace's. They all diamonds everywhere. Like, we get it. Now what? You know what I'm saying? You got me to the store. I'm in here. I'm walking around. And I was like, okay, cool. But it's like, now how you gonna get me to keep coming back?
Beef with each other.
That's so stupid. That is stupid.
It's hip hop, but what do I know?
It is hip hop, unfortunately.
I feel like there was some other stuff on your list, Demaris, that we should hit.
I know.
Congratulations to Nick.
Yeah.
The Cannon.
Nick Cannon.
Another one.
Cannon with me. Not
Nick
the
Cannon
one
said
carry.
Because they was asking Nick Cannon. He was on an episode of Lip Service.
Okay.
And shout out to Lip Service, the ladies over at Lip Service. And he was saying, because I guess they brought up the, having kids and multiple women, like, so naturally, protection and condoms and things like that would come into play in the conversation. And I believe Nick Cannon said, I don't have sex with anyone I need protection from. Something like that. But in other words, I don't wear a condom with a woman that I'm having sex with because
no condom cannon.
Yeah.
Is that what you call that, grown man?
Yeah, no condom cannon.
Wait, are they calling him that, or did you just make
I'm
that
calling
up?
him that.
NCC is what they call him.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you know me.
You down with NCC? Everybody.
Literally.
Listen. I understand.
Come on, condom police.
No. I understand what he was saying.
Oh, when Nick says it, you understand.
No.
When I fucking tell you that, it's
no. Because I always ask the question, and I think I asked you, do you wear a condom for protection from STDs or pregnancy? Because it is called birth. It was originally birth control, right?
I remember.
So, I think Nick Cannon is still operating on that. That iOS.
Cannon's operating.
Yeah, he's operating on the birth control.
She's
iOS.
on the patch.
Yeah, he don't need. Listen, we don't have to control birth. Let it happen.
Yes,
right. That's Nick's stance.
Big pro lifer. That guy Nick.
Huge. The biggest pro lifer there is. But my thing
He
is,
could get
Nick,
elected in Texas.
I just don't know if Nick Cannon is gonna like wake up one day and realize that he has to have a relationship with so many women for the rest of his life in some capacity.
For
You
sure.
don't have to have an intimate relationship with them, but it's like you have to deal with these women because they have your children.
Yeah.
And I just don't know if he is factoring that aspect in yet.
He has to be after like number 5.
I think it's deeper. I think, because again, prayers and condolences, he lost a child.
Oh, yes, he did.
So
Yes.
I think that in some way, Nick is because he had multiple kids before that though.
He had like 6 before that.
Yeah, yes, but now I feel like he may be somewhere else as a result of that now, and we may start to see these numbers like triple maybe, and that's the part where I'm just like, yo, Nick, you might need somebody in your ear, in your corner to be like, yo, bro, we get it. But we talking about 9 kids.
As in, like, you
from
think there's gonna be
multiple
another
women?
one after this one?
I mean, he's got it. At this
He
point,
has-
you got to hit 10.
Somebody
Yeah, you got
pregnant
it.
right now.
You got to hit 10 at this point.
Did you get any sign of him slowing down from like any of the clips you saw, or did you see the lip service episode? Like, he has no signs of slowing down. Like he doesn't even have a goal, like a finish
And
line.
this
Like
is my
I want
thing.
10 and I'm done.
This
Like if he
is my
says that,
thing.
then it's like, okay, he going for 10 and he out.
Well, at this point, he has to do. You can't stop at 9.
Yeah, you can't stop.
You have to go double digits.
Nobody
You
ever
cannot.
stops.
Why
You
don't we
can't
just do this with
You
Nick?
can't do 9 of anything and not do 10.
That's true.
Nothing.
How long till 10 though?
I might as well
I
just
mean,
knock it out
is he
now.
going out this weekend? Like,
Might as well
they
do-
said
might as
there's
well
a
do Hood
rumored
Twins,
10. They said
Irish
there's
Twins.
A rumored 10.
There's a rumor. So now we're at the
There's a
point where
rumored 10?
children are being rumored now for Nick. This is the way he's at now.
I mean, but that's normal.
They're starting to throw women like
If you go
kids
on
on
rumored,
them.
I'm sure that it's at 20 for Nick.
Yeah, and it's just
I think some of you guys said that also.
I
There's
think
the ones that he doesn't know.
The money doesn't matter, and you have all of these kids that are, a lot of them are within 5, within 5 of them are within 2 years. You see what I'm saying? So these kids start getting older, and they have soccer games and basketball games
All over the country.
puberty.
They're not like all.
Yeah, and they're all
That's
over the country.
crazy.
You're gonna start dropping the ball here.
Yeah.
Like you're not
And-
gonna
and
be.
he's
It's
not
like if
like-
I have 10 jobs, I can't be the greatest I could be as if I had one job. I now have 10. I have to split up my
and
different
kids
time.
are jobs.
And on top
Kids
of
are
that,
definitely
he has a
kids are
job.
jobs.
He stayed booked and busy somewhere.
He
So
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna get to a point where, again, we're looking at this, and people can laugh like, Nick wilding out. He's wilding out. Nick
Yeah, that's what
wilding
you
out.
do.
He has kids everywhere. He has but
He
it's
can
like,
create a whole show with his children.
yeah, but it's like we get to a point now, like you said, the kids, the children's mother, somebody is going to suffer and lack something somewhere.
for sure.
Oh,
Because it's not
absolutely.
like
Time,
Sadly.
he's not the dick swinger of the neighborhood that just
Yeah,
drops
they don't
his
live
seed
right
of,
here,
of
yeah.
just in that
Because
area. They could all kind of like be around.
right. And be clear, in certain cultures, that's normal as long as
Yeah.
you can provide for each
Latinos,
wife.
I'll tell you that.
You
Hell
take
yeah.
care of your children, like
we
you know.
Eddin.
So it's like it's not like this isn't an abnormal thing that Nick is doing.
But
It's
I
just
feel
that
like we know a lot of entertainers, athletes that have more than 9 kids, and we don't ever
Yeah.
bring. Like, why is it Nick?
Yeah,
is it
why
just because
is it
Nick just
well,
publicly
he's the
talks about
latest.
it?
It's always about the latest and greatest.
It's also because Nick is having them back to back to back to back to back. Like to back.
Well,
You know what
and
I'm
listen,
saying?
he's an ambitious person. I mean, if you just look at
And
his
he's
career,
not slowing down. Before Nick dies, I see him having 20 kids. So what do we like?
It's just like I said. I know it's still he's still grieving. Obviously, the loss of his child. So it's trauma. It's mental health. You know what I mean? Because like you said, you can't. You have all these babies and these children spread out across the country, and it's hard to. Somebody's gonna lack time. You're gonna miss things. You're gonna miss, winning shots at basketball games, or miss your child's first touchdown, and miss. It's so many things that because somebody somewhere needs you here at all times. This kid may need you. This kid may be sick. God forbid. This kid may be graduating today while your other kid is having their first recital. You know what I mean? So it's just it's not a I don't think it's a smart thing. And I'm not saying I'm smarter than Nick Cannon, please, but I'm just saying
he's probably smarter than you.
everybody's smarter than me. But it's just, I just feel like the kids are gonna lack somewhere. And even if you only had one kid and you're Nick Cannon, you have a busy schedule.
Yeah.
Your kid is you're not gonna be there for everything for your kid. But now when we talking about 9, those chances are way greater to miss a lot of important things in these children's lives.
I'll be having trouble with Baisley.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Single father. I hate when I hear it. All right.
The thing is, nobody's calling you a single father. So why do you say you hate when you hear it? You're the only person that says
it's just a funny Drake bar to me. I don't know why. I laugh every time. I like that song too.
Hey, Draymond Green, check this out.
You're just not going to use that opportunity to segue as a former R. Kelly collaborator as Nick Cannon into sentencing.
They gonna smoke R. Kelly boots. They gonna send that nigga up the river for 40 years.
Oh,
we are never gonna. You better believe you could fly over them jail walls, nigga. Cause it's fucking over.
Yeah.
No, it is.
It's fucking. They gonna roof R. Kelly. Trust me, when they let him get away, he got away the first time. They was like, "Yo, fam, listen, you tripping with these young girls? Relax." He lay low for about 3-4 years and went right back to recording shit. Had more women come in there, and it's like, now look at you. They asked for a minimum of 25 years, I think.
That's just on the federal one, right?
Yeah, and I think he got to go. I think the state charge in Chicago, I believe he has to.
Listen, man, lock him into jail.
They're gonna give him 40 years, man. And it's fucked up. R. Kelly was, one of the greatest songwriters, one of the greatest R&B voices, one of the greatest R&B artists, iconic, legendary songs. Anytime you write a song that they play at every graduation across the country, you know that
every cookout,
you've done something great.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate, but he's a piece of shit, man. He was doing piece of shit. So he deserves to be sitting in jail. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they give him on that. But
no, they're gonna smoke him. They're gonna smoke him good, like a 40-ounce porterhouse. They gonna
he's
smoke
gonna have to PC up, or he's gonna get his boots smoked in there too. He gonna be a gigolo for real in there.
Rory. Sexual assault. We don't make sexual assault jokes.
We don't. But we will make jokes about...
Okay, but when someone sexually assaults people that much and goes to prison, we're now playing by prison rules.
Oh,
I'm not there, but
R. Kelly
I understand they're not my rules.
definitely going to be in protective custody.
Of course.
Without a doubt. We don't even have to think about that. Somebody else that's in protective custody, Draymond Green.
Oh, God.
And you owe the Celtics an apology while you're at it.
I do. I had the Warriors in 5. Obviously, we're past that. Or it might be the Celtics in 5. Who knows?
Yeah, right.
Draymond, I like Draymond Green. We talked about him, well-spoken. He's going to be a great analyst after he's done playing. Good podcast.
Eskimo brother.
Me?
Brother.
I don't know.
Definitely.
Me? Draymond.
It's just perceived different on this podcast.
Draymond Green is, he's averaging, I think, shit.
Yeah.
Right now.
It's averaging some tweets.
Yeah, and it's, and I know Draymond is not supposed to be a big scorer. He's not. That's not his game. His game is the little nuances of the game is what he's mastered, defensively. But right now, he can't stand in front of Jaylen Brown. He can't stand in front of Jason Tatum. He can't stand in front of nobody. Pretty much anybody he guards one-on-one is scoring. And I didn't see that happen in this series. I thought Draymond is the defensive anchor. As long as he's healthy, he's gonna do his job. But it's time for the Warriors to adjust. They got to make an adjustment. They're getting killed on offensive rebounds. They're not as athletic. I think they're relying too much, and it's crazy to say the Warriors are relying on their three-point shot because that's what they do. But they might be relying a little too much on their three-point shot, and then you're not getting much help outside of the obvious Steph, Clay. Andrew Wiggins has played okay. Jordan Poole has struggled a little bit. So yeah, man, this is the Warriors are gonna have to. The Celtics are obviously not gonna lay down, and this is gonna be a series. Now I think it's going 7 at this point. This back and forth, I think it's going 7. I think obviously people like to say the refs, the league, of course they wanted to go 7 ratings, and we could talk about all of that. We understand that part of it, but I think more importantly, the matchups. Golden State is being outplayed. Yeah, and I don't know, man. I had the Warriors in 5.
You can say it, they look like shit.
But they don't. It's not that they look like shit, because even in last night's game, right? They came back in the third quarter. They took a lead briefly. They were up by like 3 or 4 points, I think. They were down by 16 or 17 at one point, whatever it was. So they came back. They fought. They played hard. They, you know what I mean? But one thing that's consistent is they're not tall enough. They don't have the height, the length that Boston has. They don't have the athleticism. And Draymond, the guy that I thought was just obviously a no-brainer on the defensive end, has not looked very defensive.
I can hear them yelling mismatch when he's
or yo, we got one, or all the disrespectful things at the park when you can't play no defense, and it'd be a nigga that's sitting down with a Heineken, oh, that's easy. Fam, you ain't played. Like, you start to look back like, yo, my man, check this out. Like, but that's what it is right now. It's like
outfielders are in the infield.
Yeah, anytime Jaylen Brown sees Draymond on him, I mean, he doesn't even care what play the coach called. Yeah. Once he sees Draymond in front of him, he like, coach, I got action. I got fucking action, and I'm going right at him. And I never, this is something that we've never seen Draymond look this bad defensively. Never. And I think he'll figure it out. I know he's very active on social media, so he's reading all the tweets. He's seeing everything people are saying,
which I'm not mad at. Be active on social media. I don't give a fuck about that. But you gotta play well
when it's time for the lights to come on. You gotta shut them up. You gotta play well. And again, if they
no one cared that Ron Artest was drinking Hennessy at halftime because they knew he was balling.
Exactly, they knew he was locking up whoever he had to guard. And I think Draymond will figure it out, man. I hope he does. Yeah, man, Boston they're not laying down. They're fighting. They're playing well. Jaylen Brown is playing great. Jason Tatum is playing great. They're getting a lot of help from, the supporting cast, Marcus Smart and Al Horford, White, all these other guys are coming in, and they're playing great team basketball right now. They're great coaching staff. Yeah. Boston is coached really, really well. And I think that's what it's gonna come down to. It's a chess game from here on out. I think it's gonna be all about adjustments, substitution patterns. Can players stay out of foul trouble?
And it helps when you have Paul Pierce in a green 8-ball jacket courtside the entire time. Yeah. It's intimidating.
You got Paul Pierce. You got Millie's is at every game.
Word.
I saw Kiss was with him. So yeah, this is gonna be a fun series, man. I gotta apologize to Celtics fan in Boston. I had the Warriors winning this easily in 5, and this looks like it's gonna go 7 games. I still have the Warriors winning it, but I think it's Warriors in 7.
Right. Anything we have to hit?
No, ma'am. I'm sorry, sir. I really didn't mean that. It was just a response.
Everyone just relax.
You guys are matching socks today, by the way.
Yeah, they're good socks. But yeah, we have a lot of stuff. I have to go home to pack for a month. We will have should be an interesting pod month with the traveling that Mal and I are doing and the experiences and
different looks, different energy, different aesthetics.
See a lot of different backgrounds.
Yeah, different aesthetics. You know what I mean? But I think that this is.
I think it'll be great for potting.
Not only great for potting, I think this is going to segue us and swing us into another dimension that obviously we want to get into. Yeah. But I think we're gonna look back at these 3 weeks and be like, that was the moment that changed a lot. So
if I don't run over Mal with my Ducati, you guys will get some great content. Or Ed will catch that, and that'll be great content.
We're gonna get great content at that. I mean, we'll just show all the strawberries all over your arm and your back.
The strawberries.
Yeah, and skin your flesh.
Little raspberry on my face.
Flesh all over the fucking dirt road. But yeah, because
Jesus Christ,
that was dark.
I mean, that's what happens when you play with motorcycles.
That is true.
You fall off that shit, and your flesh is down across the whole fucking major demon. What do you want me to do?
That is true.
It is what it is. But yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We will be out of town, but we will be talking to you. We'll be hearing from us. You will be seeing us.
We have some fun interviews coming up.
We have some fun interviews coming up. We have some really dope, just different shit coming for you guys. So looking forward to it. So yes, we do have to pack. We do have to get ready for this journey.
Yes.
And but yeah, either way, we'll be back. Enjoy y'all weekend. We'll see y'all in a couple days. We'll talk to y'all in a couple days. I'm that nigga. He's just Ginger. Be safe. Be blessed. Peace.